I don't know. It's been
And
so long.
we are live.
Hello.
Hello. How is everyone?
Good.
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 We were talking about old point and click adventure games.
Oh, the good old days.
Mm-hmm.
Caffeinated. We're good.
Fox, do you have coffee?
I do. This was full when I joined the call. It's almost empty now, though.
Understandable, but
I'll have to
I
refill it on our first break.
wanted to make sure that as
Yeah, I'm not bitter and angry today, so I'm good.
as
Got coffee.
one of the like the three of us, me, you, and Raven, the people who run on caffeine. I wanted to make sure that you weren't
The
gonna.
barbarians are both caffeinated. Let's
I'm
roll.
surprised you guys don't have like a coffee maker just on your desk.
I
used
used
to.
to.
Oh my god.
when
I've
I
contemplated it.
when I lived
Why am I not
in
surprised?
Santa Monica, I had my Keurig on my desk just so I could look over and I could just pour the water in, make a cup of coffee, not have to get up.
And before I moved, I had kind of like an L-shaped desk, but one section of it was just a coffee bar. So I had my drip machine, I had my AeroPress, I had my French press, I had my selection of beans, my grinder, everything that you need
Yeah,
for
I
coffee,
feel that.
all within arm's reach.
Yeah, no, my community threatened to buy me a coffee maker and like a mini fridge to store my cream, and I'm like, that's a bad idea. We're not doing this. No.
It's dangerous. When you drink as much coffee
Yep.
as we do, it's
Yep.
dangerous.
Like I was getting to about 4 or 5 cups of coffee a day because it was just right next to me.
But we do have that 1 liter French press upstairs.
Oh
Yes,
no.
we
I
do.
didn't mean to give you all bad ideas.
Oh, it's too late.
I've
It's
already
too
been
late.
It's too
there.
late.
I fully intend on going back to that at some
Oh
point.
dear.
Just not while I'm living here.
Like
Please think of your hearts.
I've got
We are.
I've got an upcoming interview tomorrow with Riot Games. Like going back,
Ooh.
like possibly maybe going back there. And if that's the
Ooh.
case, they have a coffee bar.
Nice.
That
Oh God.
free
Of course
coffee.
they do.
Free
Of course
coffee.
they
Oh
do.
no.
So, there's that.
That is called employment incentive right there.
Yep.
For
Yep.
sure.
And the coffee's really good. But
How have I not made a coffee emote yet?
I
Get
don't
my
know.
ass in here and
We
do that.
need
Yeah.
a Behold roleplay coffee emote with
Mhm.
like
Yep.
the little eye symbol. Just make that a mug or something like that.
We can hey.
Yep. I could do that.
Mugs like this
mugs.
with the Behold
Yeah.
roleplay logo
Oh,
on them.
Actually, I think you can. Well, I know we can. We would just have to update that on the website.
Mhm.
We could easily
I'll
do that.
figure out
That's not
where
hard at
one of
all.
my mods got this mug for me.
Yep. I'm on it, boss.
So, aside from the glory that is coffee, you all left off last week in a bit of a sticky situation. Before we get into that, I haven't gone into many of these spiels recently. I don't think I've gone into one yet for 2023, but for those of you who do not know, one of the things that we do on the stream is we play and raise money for Extra Life, raising money for the Lawrence Small Children's Center up in Bakersfield, California. We have a little interesting incentive program for anybody who donates. Is the bot working today? That's an important question.
It should be. Yep.
So if you do ! Extra Life, I'm going to test this right now because okay, yes, it works. Yay. You'll get a nice little list of the incentives that you can contribute to our games, including the $100 donation, which makes you choose somebody in the current game, and it forces them to draw from the deck of many things. On top of that, you get a wonderful raccoon dice bag that Siva has made for us, and it holds a ton of freaking dice. I think we said what, like 16, 17 sets of dice it holds?
Something like that, yeah.
Who's got one handy?
I have one handy, but it's not loaded full of dice.
What
It's
was the
got some
question?
dice in it.
Who's got their raccoon dice bag nearby?
Oh, I'm out of town, so not me, sadly.
You
I
don't
have a
travel
picture,
with
though.
it? Yep.
No, I had
There it
trouble
is.
with my
So
other bag.
cute.
Sorry. I'm ashamed.
The little raccoon dice bag with
So
a beautiful face of our deity of joy and gifts.
It's a big, soft bag, too.
Yeah.
It holds a lot of dice.
Yeah, they're
Like,
blue suede, and
it's like
then
16, 17 sets.
there's even a little Behold roleplay tag on it.
Mm-hmm.
So cute.
So those
Yeah,
are
it's cute.
those are available for anybody who donates $100 for any of the games that we host here. Every one of our games raises money for Extra Life, so like this is open year round from like January 1st all the way through December 31st when that season of or that year of Extra Life would end. But you guys didn't leave off in a very good position the last time we were together. You did a bit of a mystery investigation here, mainly because Pearl woke up to a bunch of really weird writings on the wall of her room. Bryant began to, I don't have my journal. I'll have to grab that, during the break. Bryant started to repair the journal using a bit of an empowered version of mending. Began to restore the pages, restore what was written, and by the time that's a good question, Raven. By the time everything was said and done, Pearl and the rest of you learned that the crew of the Sprocket was tasked with shipping a elf druid to a remote island far in the north, instructing them to chain the elf to a tree and then leave. Not to speak to it, not to do anything, just ditch it on the island and leave. After it was said and done, a mysterious gnome showed up on deck, claimed that their name was Venfer, and took over role as captain. Much to the fear of the previous captain that this person was up to no good. A little bit more into the journal, you found out that this Venfer set up explosives in the cargo hold of the ship, and once they were out to sea, detonated it, killing all that were involved in the marooning of the elf on this island. Though before any of this, before you could process a lot of this, a ear-splitting screech kind of just like tore out across the horizon. And rushing out onto the deck of the ship, you saw these 4 large tentacles slowly starting to come up out of the water, surrounding you, as these strange crustacean-covered creatures started climbing their way up onto the ship. And as we kick things off today, give me a moment here because I need everybody to give me initiative rolls.
I mean, everybody.
Everybody who has a camera on them.
Oh.
I gotta reset your turns. Give me a sec. That's not what I wanted to do.
That be a 15.
So you guys are on there now. So this is also going to be our little introduction to ship combat as well.
I just did a refresh and I see the turn order screen, but mine's blank.
Yeah, because we're not on the actual.
You're not on the map
proper
yet.
Map
Oh.
yet. It'll
yep,
fill
yep.
in when we get there.
My bad. Let me drag all of you over to that
I
map.
was gonna say we're not there yet.
I'll put our lovely
Ooh.
viewers on here. This is a placeholder for the moment until I can go into Dungeon Craft and make our own ship. But for now, this is almost the layout that I was thinking of when I described the wreckage of a ship that you guys bid on. So I have you guys off in the sea right now because I want you guys to place yourself around this vicinity.
We're doubled in the turn order.
Yep.
Why must I make things difficult?
I
I
like
do
the
the
idea of having
same
2
thing.
initiatives. I didn't like the first one.
Okay, so my mistake.
We're
Right
doubled again.
where how are you doubled?
It's roll 20. If you still have other tokens selected, when you right click a different token to add it to the turn order, it'll just add the previously selected tokens to the turn order.
Yeah.
It's really annoying.
So annoying.
You know, sometimes I get away with that to where I can just right click one of you, like right click all of you after I drag and drop.
It works if you're right clicking individual tokens, but if you have a group selected, you have to deselect the group before you right click it. I know it's
Okay, so captain's quarters are right here, like on the main deck here.
Okay.
So as you guys are all technically in the captain's quarters, just need you to
put me back on the initiative, boss.
No.
I'm
Not allowed. Not allowed. No
No
cannonballs
warlock
allowed.
shenanigans today.
No warlock shenanigans allowed. You worship the wrong patron.
Damn it.
I probably would have been like somewhere towards there, yeah. Inside.
Get a little bit of music going here for y'all too.
No, we can't actually move
Were we on
that.
deck prior to this
No,
bullshittery?
no, you were not.
Okay. I'm still out in the ocean. How do I get myself?
You should be able to drag
Never
and drop.
mind. I'm having a moment.
No, because what I'm doing is I'm giving you guys the opportunity to place yourselves after you've seen these things come on before initiative kicks off. So
I had my screen too zoomed out and I was
Where's
in the
our we
ocean and no
cannot go
ship.
past this line?
It's all good.
what's that?
Where's our we can't go past
You
this
can't
line?
go past that line. Like right where the ship's mast is in the middle of the ship, you can't go past that line.
That's fair.
And can you one more time ping the captain's quarters, please? Okay.
It's like right underneath the helm wheel.
I take it the double doors for the captain's quarters are like promptly right there, main deck.
Yep.
Yeah, know that layout.
If I remember correctly, I had just burst out the doors by the time the crustaceans came, so I would probably be right next to the doors somewhere.
All right. Got the music up. Let's roll for the enemies here. What is their dexterity? Of course it's So this is how combat is going to go today. Before player combat happens, we have another map to go to, where we have ship combat as well.
Let me get Shibby.
Oh Lord.
Shibby stats.
Now, are you relying on simply shouting orders to the crew and having one of them take control of the tasks at hand? Or is somebody going to be manning the helm and all that fun stuff? Because you currently have you have a crew member right now currently manning the helm because you were in the middle of the officers meeting.
Would it be helpful to have like what?
So pretty much what would happen in this situation is if it's a crew member piloting the ship or if it's a crew member doing anything, I would be making the rules. If it's one of you all would be, that person would be making the rules and they would be using their skills.
I can do it unless someone else wants to, because I'm going to be pretty much useless in this fight. Apart from throwing Bardic at people.
I'm going to say that if you are manning the ship, you are not taking part in the deck combat because your action is on the ship itself.
Oh, so I wouldn't be able to do anything like bonus actions or anything?
Bonus actions, yes, but that's about it. Now, if you want to shout orders to those who are manning the ship, that is free. You are able to do that during like the ship combat phase, and you can still take part in the deck combat because those are just simple phrases.
Oh, okay.
If you look at your ship character sheet that everyone has access to, since you have a crew of 20 or less, you can take 2 actions. And the actions are fire the ballista, fire the cannons, and move. So you can make 2 of those actions.
Is the cannons the same as, because on the ship stats it says fire mangonel? Are we using cannons for mangonel?
Yeah, like I gave the cannon information, I believe, on the write-up for...
Oh, I do have it. Yeah. They're +6, 8d10. Yeah, I have it. And I have the ballista ones. Yeah. I just put it on the back. Sorry.
Yeah, that's the information that you used.
Well, actually, I forgot there was some little douchebags on the ship. I could be helpful still. Can we like as things are going, if we decide that it would be beneficial for someone to take the helm, could we like say during our turn, this turn I'm just gonna do this, or
so
I'm going to take the helm if we're over in that area movement?
What will happen at that point in time if you decide to take on a ship task? You can say on your turn that for the next upcoming turn you are going to take over this ship's action, and then you'll take part in the ship to ship combat section of the phase, and then during the normal phase you would not take action in the initiative order.
Okay. To start then, I won't take the helm. We'll just do the shouting of orders thing.
Okay.
For whoever wants to shout orders. I can do it. Now, if we shout orders, can we not do other things? Like I can't do a spell and
Oh no,
shout
you
orders.
can. You can. Shouting orders is a free action because you're just barking simple sentences at people.
Okay. So I can be like, fire the ballistas!
Yeah.
And fire the ballistas.
And then
Okay.
you're stabbing a guy as you're yelling that. So
Okay, cool.
all good.
But I am late tired.
I love this sandwich.
So in this sense, ship has first movement, or ship has first initiative here, and then the tentacles will take theirs. So it is up to you guys to decide if what you want to do on that little action chart that you have. You have 2 actions to do a round.
Fire the
Is it
ballista.
up to us or is it up to the captain?
That's up to you guys. If you want to if you want to leave,
Take suggestions.
yeah. So if you want to leave all orders to Rory, and then or discuss it as a group as to what's going on, that's up to you. But
Cannons? Cannons? Cannons?
Cannons.
Cannons? We in agreement? Cannons, yay?
Cannons.
Yeah.
All right.
okay, so the cannons for
Cannons,
action
yay.
1,
That'd be sounding legit.
and what are you going to do for action 2?
Maybe we should try to maneuver outside of, like, maneuver the ship so that it's not, you like use that action to add to the ship's movement so that we can maybe get clear of the range of at least 2 of the tentacles.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Being right in the center of all of them is
That's
not
not
a
good.
great place to be.
Yeah. So if we're in agreement there, I think we'll use the second action to boost our movement
Okay.
to try to angle the ship away from 2 of the tentacles, at least.
All right, so
As many tentacles as we can.
while you're on the map here, which direction are you wanting to go?
Do I have any insight on... Do we have any insight on the range of these tentacles, or are they unknown to us?
They're pretty big. Like, they look like from where you're at right now. You assume that at least 2 of them, the ones in the back here, may have more. Actually, I'm sorry. This one here, and this one here seem to be well within range enough for it to like hit you if it wished. The other 2
Okay.
are barely out of reach.
I feel like... can you see my little...
Yep. Yes, I can.
thing?
Yep.
I feel like we are closest to this one. So, and since we're moving forward in that direction, maybe we angle this way.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Any other
And
ideas? Or...
if we get around this way, we could always then, on a different turn, begin to turn the ship up this way to aim our cannons in the direction of all of them.
Yeah. Say that's the plan.
So kind of begin to move this way.
Yeah.
Okay.
And hope that we're out of the range of at least a few of these things.
Alrighty. So you can also, so
Opportunity check.
you're having one of the crew members fire cannons.
Fire!
What did I give you guys? It's a +6 or +8 on hit.
+6 for both cannons and ballista.
So for the cannon fire, that's going to be a 26 to hit, which will definitely hit. And the damage is how much?
8d10.
8d10. That's right. They're cannons. That is every d10 I have in my dice tray.
I think we're gonna aim at the tentacle closest to us, right? Or do we not want to get that one's attention? I mean, it probably already has its attention.
I
but-
mean, if they're smacking at us or look like they're about to attack us, I would say the one closest to us at least, because we don't know their speed yet. So
Yeah.
if it's slow moving, if we at least get the one that's within slapping range, I would say get rid of that. That way it buys us a little bit of time. But that's
Yeah.
just my opinion.
Yeah, and I mean the cannons are going to be pointed right at it as we're sailing by
Yeah.
anyway. So
yeah,
So-
it makes the most sense.
You go by and you launch a barrage out of one cannon, and the cannonball just impacts into this thing, tearing into it, doing 35 points of damage. One moment. And because of that, it kind of pulls down into the water, kind of retreats due to the pain that you've inflicted on it.
It's what I like to hear.
The Jack in a Box.
So for this tentacle here, kind of positions a little bit closer and then goes to bring the tentacle down onto the hull itself.
do that, tentacle?
That's going to be an 18.
Ship's AC
Is 18.
18.
All right, so it's gonna
Eats it.
deal some damage here. 24 points of damage. So since it beats the damage threshold of 15, the damage will go through.
24.
24.
Okay, marking it. We were at 285. We are now at 261.
Okay, and this one here is only going to move forward. This one back here is going to move up a little bit closer, and it's going to lob just like this large globule of ink towards the ship.
I'll do it.
But it's gonna sail wide and go over the ship and kind of splash down in the water, and you can just see it kind of just begin to spread out and disperse through the waves. Ship combat time. You're up first.
Perfect. Perfect.
Just to clarify, those red things are adversaries, right?
Crab
Yep.
people.
They are
Yep.
adversaries.
Crab people.
And they
All
just kind
right.
of magically appeared on the ship?
They're climbing up the
Or-
side of the ship.
Oh, climbing. Okay, all right.
Well, this one's about to go back off the side of the ship. I want none of it. So I am going to run to there. We are going to open up with rage.
Funny rage.
Rabbit. Rage rabbit.
And start with a reckless attack on the first one. That is a nat 20.
Not even gonna have you roll. So as you swing into this thing, and your axe just completely just cleaves it in two, as the body separates, it falls into just a pile of ink.
For posterity, that was max damage, by the way. I'm just going to kick the body off the ship and continue down the road.
You kind of like kick the little ink sludge that's now remaining of the body off.
And that is going to be it for me.
Okay. Who is next? Rory.
Sorry, cat. Hold on. I want in. I want out.
I understand that pain.
I'm like, now? You choose timing now? All right. I do have everything planned out, so this is all good. Just reading a little fine-tuned thing here. Yes, it is to maintain. Okay. First, I am going to look at, let's see. They're all pretty much within 120 feet of me, correct?
Yep. The ship itself is 100 feet long. The deck of the ship is 100 feet long.
All right. Then I'm first going to cast, as a bonus action, Unsettling Words on the one to the... Let's go this one, because I feel like I want to keep his targets. This one here.
Okay.
To the back.
That one?
Yeah. So I'm going to cast Unsettling Words. So I'm going to roll Bardic Inspiration, die a d6, and the creature must subtract the number rolled from, or you can roll this too if you want. It doesn't really say if I roll or you roll, but it says I can expend one of my bardic inspiration and choose one creature that I can see within. Oh, this one is 60 feet. Sorry. The other thing I want to do is let me see if he's still within range. I guess I need to move. I hate moving. 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, from here, let me see. I can see out the door. Okay, that's within 60 feet. All still good. So I cast Unsettling Words. I'm gonna roll a d6 unless you want to.
You can go ahead.
Okay. So 4 on the dice. So the creature must subtract 4 from its next saving throw that it makes before the start of my next turn, which is gonna happen right now. It's gonna minus a 4 from my next thing. Because that is just a. It's not a spell. It's just a. It's like a bardic feature, like bardic inspiration. So I can still cast a spell.
Yeah, you whisper unsettling things into its ear.
Yep. So I'm just like. Just start whispering something, and this like purple, like misty, like energy kind of flows out as I kind of move my hands, and this sort of like purple magic lute kind of appears, and I'm start strumming, and the strumming gets a little like the lute becomes morphs in that moment from the Unsettling Words spell, and it morphs into like a little drum, and I start playing this little drum, and it's a more ominous sound. It's like thudding and bass, and it kind of does this thump thump thump, and this purple energy flows over towards this creature, and I'm gonna cast Crown of Madness. So I need a Wisdom saving throw, please.
I love that
and then
spell.
minus a 4.
I love that spell. Charisma saving throw?
Yep.
Minus 4?
Yep.
So minus 5?
A Wisdom saving throw, sorry.
Oh, a wisdom saving
minus
throw. Okay. That's gonna be an 18.
No.
Oh no, I'm sorry. That's gonna be a 15.
No, damn it, he passes. I set that up so well too. All right, so the thudding magic goes around it, and you see it kind of like gets confused for a moment, but then unfortunately is able to shrug it off. And Rory goes, like, we'll use the remainder of her movement to scuttle back.
And it like as it shakes it off, and it kind of looks over at you and just points.
Nope, you can't see me. I'm on the other side of the door now. There's a wall. Back
Shara.
inside. Oh, and the Unsettling Words is ended because he did his saving throw, so you can take off that effect. Damn it.
Oh, I think Shara is going to follow suit with the bunny. She's going to grab her axe and just charge straight towards this guy, dropping into a frenzied rage along the way. And take a swing at this guy.
Okay.
Does an 18 hit?
An 18 most definitely hits.
That was almost minimum damage. Thankfully, it rolled over to the 6 instead. That's going to be 13 slashing damage.
And much like what happened with the one that Muir hit, you just slice into this thing, and it sort of loses hold of its shape and just drops into just another black inky globule.
I flick the ichor off my axe, turn my attention to the other one down ship, but that will be the end of my turn.
Okay. Billy!
Yes, matey.
It'd be your turn.
I be liking these odds. Well, I mean, kind of.
Kind of.
Yeah, we're gonna do two little things real quick here. Actually, you know what? We don't even need to do one of these things considering half the people are down already. We're gonna move a little bit. Let me just measure that real quick so I don't make a boo-boo. There we go. we're gonna move over here. And we are going to blast this guy over here on the left. You know what? We're just gonna Eldritch blast it. We're gonna just be
Eldritch
good at it
Blast.
today.
Okay.
The Warlock special, as they call it, right? Well, good news is that is 18 plus 6. That is a 24.
That definitely hits.
All right, let's roll some damage. There's my D10. There's my D10. And that is a 7 plus my charisma bonus of 4, so that is going to be a 11 damage.
Okay, so Eldritch Blast reduces this thing down once again just to an inky globule.
And then we're going to use the last 15 to back up, movement-wise.
Sorry, I found something. Jenka.
Let's see here. I definitely want to get closer. Let's see here. The question is how, let's see. 25. God, I'm not gonna get close enough. You know what? That's fine. I've got the high ground at the moment. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna shoot an arrow at this boy over here in the corner.
Okay.
See if I can kind of finish that last guy off. Since he'll probably most likely be dead before I even get to him by next turn. I'm guessing. Let's see here. So with my longbow, there it is. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, that's not bad. That is a dirty 20 to hit.
That'll most definitely hit.
Okay. 8. That is 9 piercing.
9 piercing?
Mm-hmm.
They're ink.
Yeah. And then I am going to... Yeah, then I'm just at this point, since nothing else is on battle. Actually, would I be allowed to do a perception check to see if I see anything else? As far as like, is there more movement in the water or anything?
Since you took an attack, we can go off your passive.
Ah, okay, 13.
13. You hear things. You swear you hear things sort of thunking against the wood of like the outside hall lower on the ship.
Does it feel like something massive, or does it feel like a lot of little?
Sounds like something's climbing up the side.
Ah, okay. So with that, I'm just gonna go ahead after I finish that last one. I'm just gonna kind of shout out to the rest of them. I was like, "Watch the side of the ship. There's more crawling up."
And funny you should say that, as on their turn, let's see. How many more are showing their mugs? Yes. As we've got 4 that climb up onto here. They climb up over onto the ship. And before they take their actions, though, you notice that the little globs begin to like crawl towards one another.
Oh, great.
Clarity. Are these blobs above or in the room with me?
They are outside.
Okay, they're above.
Yeah. Because if you're kicking it inside the captain's quarters, they're across the ship at this point in time.
Oh wait, where's the doors for the captain's quarters? Is it that little door
Yep.
there or this door here?
This little door here.
Okay, good. Then I'm inside.
Oh, you went back into your quarters?
Oh hell yeah.
Okay, see, I thought I was on deck, not in your quarters.
No, you could no. She is. It's just I don't have a secondary
Below.
deck to show it.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, okay.
It's just
All right.
mental note that she's down there.
Yep.
All right. So for the other ones. All right. So this one is going to come up to Jenka and is going to make 3 attacks. Jenka, does a 19 hit you?
I'm pretty sure it does. I'm either at 16 or 17. Let me double check here real quick. Yes, that does hit me.
Okay, so a 21 will hit as well.
Yes.
So those are for the 2 unarmed strikes that they do against you. So the first one is going to do a total of 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Give me just a second.
Okay.
I'm just double checking to see if maybe, I doubt it, but maybe if there's like a reaction or something I could do. I don't think so. No, not yet. Too low level. Okay. So yeah, let me go ahead and do that then. So first one you said 6 damage.
6 damage, and the second one will be 5.
Okay. This is just bludgeoning damage. You said, right?
Yep, this is just bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, perfect.
And then it sort of pulls its arms back, and you see this tentacle sort of lunge out of its chest at you.
Oh God, it's cannonballs, people.
What are you talking about?
And that's going to be a 19 to hit.
Oh, son of a bitch! It's got a 3rd attack. It's got a 3rd arm.
It's going to be 6 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled.
Oh, you want me to bring me closer to you? All right, we can dance. Let's do it. Take half my health. I don't even care. Okay, we Gucci.
The one's going to come up to old Cannonball here. I don't know why. I can't even see that D20. Okay, that's going to be a miss. Second attack can be a miss as well. And for their third, they like pull a quill out of their shoulder and go to stab you. I don't think a 14 hits you, does it? Cannonball?
Yes.
Does a 14 hit you?
I think so. Yes, my AC is quite low on this guy. Beats it, right?
Beats it, yes.
So then, yes.
Okay, so you'll take 3 points of poison damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw from you.
All right, let's see it. That is a 13 on the Constitution.
13, you're good. So you're only gonna take the 3 points of poison damage.
Got you.
The one on Pearl.
We still have a 10 HP, right?
Yes, you still have the 11 temp HP. This is the last day for it.
Oh shit! I forgot about that. I need to.
I
Pearl.
thought we had already
Make
passed.
notes.
Pearl,
Yeah,
does
I
it?
thought we had already used it up.
Pearl, does the 16 hit you?
1 sec. Yes, it does.
Okay. So from one unarmed strike, you are going to take 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then it's going to try to stab you with one of its quills. And it's going to miss.
Lucky me.
And then unfortunately the other one's going to come down on you too, Pearl, since you're the only one up there, as Rory is tucked away in her cabin.
No, let's
It's going to be another hit, so you're going to take 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Don't judge me. It's safe in here, and here's where the line is.
And then another 3 points of bludgeoning damage that hits you two unarmed strikes. And
Okay.
much like Jenka, it kind of thrusts out with its chest, and a tentacle extends out to grab you.
Okay,
And that's going to be a 22 to hit.
Oh dear, this isn't good. I'm grappled then too.
Yep, and you're going to take 4 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled.
Okay, 4 more points of damage. Okay, got that.
And that is their turn. So, Earl, it's on you. You are currently grappled. If you wish to try to escape, you can use your action to make an escape roll.
Okay, or I'm still able to cast a spell.
Yep, you are just grappled.
Okay.
You are not restrained.
Okay, I need some clarification.
Okay.
So, if I cast Fairy Fire, that only affects what's there now, so it does not affect anything going forward, right?
Anything that enters into that square would also be affected by it.
Oh, it would. Okay. So basically then, creature fails a dex, do any attack roll.
But this can also affect friendlies as well.
Okay, but so an attack roll against an affected creature, so it can also affect friendlies. And then, okay, so then that kind of answers my question. That would also apply to Moonbeam then.
Yeah, pretty much anything. Like a lot of the spells, anything that's within that area will deal whatever effects to everything that's inside of it.
Everything in, yeah, okay.
Unless it specifies specifically enemy creatures or friendlies.
Okay, yeah,
like that.
all right. Just wanted to double check. Okay. So plan A just went down the tubes. We're going to plan B. Plan B. Can I use a bonus action to cast Shillelagh even though I'm grappled?
Yeah, because
okay,
you're grappled. You're not pinned, and you're not stopped from using any like verbal or semantic components right now.
Okay, so we'll get Shillelagh up as a start. And then I think the next thing will be for my action to try and break that free of that grapple.
Okay, so go ahead and give me a strength roll here.
Could be worse. But it is. I don't think a 5 is going to do it.
No.
Somehow.
A 5 will not do it.
No.
So struggle as you might, the tentacle holds on to you.
Yeah.
All right, so as we move back up to the top of the initiative, we shift back over to the ship. Captain Rory, what are the commands?
I think we would like to continue to be away from the tentacles.
Okay.
I guess we're already in melee with range with this one. So I think maybe we'll keep the same idea, but we're gonna curve the other direction.
So curve up here?
Curve down.
Oh, okay, so down towards this. Okay.
Yeah, so that way we're not leaving the melee range to take an attack of opportunity, but we're
Gotcha.
still trying to angle ourselves so that we can get a shot on the others. So we'll do movement and
Another shot.
Do we still have 2 actions, or is one of our actions movement?
One of your actions is it's movement. It's movement, fire ballista, or fire cannons. Each one of those is an action. You have 2 of them.
Or I could use the second action for movement like I did last time.
Yeah. Okay. So what you can, or you can fire 2 cannons, or fire a cannon and ballista and not move.
Should we do double cannons this time?
Well, we took out that one with a single shot.
Took it out. It could be popping back up.
It's
right now.
hard to say without maybe waiting till it's quote unquote its turn. So maybe just pow on 2 separate tentacles.
Yeah.
The way I see it, keep shooting and keep moving for now.
Yep. At this point in time, the only tentacle that you have within range, due to the angle of your ship, is this one.
Okay. I feel like we pow.
Okay, so you're not going to move. You're going to pow.
But, yeah, since we can't get a shot on any of the others, let's.
Okay. So.
Oh wait, I thought we did move. That was.
No, you can. If you move, you can only fire the cannon once.
Oh, I see. I thought we get movement plus we can.
No. Movement is one action. You have 2 actions to use.
All right, no movement and 1 pow.
Movement and 1 pow.
Yeah, don't want to get too close to the tentacles.
All right, movement and 1 pow. Here comes the pow. That's going to hit. Let's see how much damage this is going to do.
In my sound effects. They're not very good, but I still have fun. Big damage. Big bada.
54 points of damage to this tentacle. As much like the other one. Actually, hold on. I have to make a Constitution saving throw. Yep, it dips.
Ooh, cool.
Ooh, wrong one. All right, but the other 2 are gonna move in a little bit, and they're both gonna fire those, like sling those black globs of slime at the ship. All right, so 1 hits as it does hit. Give me a moment here. There it is.
No me gusta.
The heck?
Let's make it a little more clear to everyone.
What's happening? What's happening? They're doing a lot of setup. I don't like
There we
it.
go. As Muir and Shara, can I get Constitution saving throws from the 2 of you?
Yes, you can.
You absolutely can. I got a 20.
A 20? Okay, you're fine.
Said Constitution.
Yep.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay, so both of you are fine as like you're covered a little bit in like this black ink, but you're able to shield your eyes to avoid being blind. But as you're in this thing, it feels heavy and thick like tar. So moving through this area is going to be considered difficult terrain.
Did the ship take any damage?
It took 0 damage.
Okay.
Mira, you're up.
5, 10, 15. Half movement. There we go.
Perfect.
And you shall remove yourself from my warlock. All Reckless attack. That is 24 to hit.
24 will hit.
On 10 damage.
10 damage. All right. That is going to paste that one down into a pile of ink. Anything else?
Sadly, no. I'm out of movement. I
Okay.
don't have anything else I can do.
Rory, you're up.
All right. I'm going to 10, 15, and I'm gonna look around my surroundings. Can I see Pearl?
You can see, if you look behind you and up, yes, you can see Pearl
Okay.
engaged with one of the creatures, but you can see something like around her waist, and right next to you, Jenka has the same tentacle around her waist and like face to face with one of these creatures.
Okay, and I see Muir over
In
there,
danger.
and I see Cannonball. Looking over Jenka and Pearl, like, do you guys look damaged at all, or did it get past your temp HP? Like, do you look bloodied?
Well, actually, you know what? I forgot to add back the temp HP. So I'm not as bad as I originally was. I'm
Okay.
okay, but I'll tell you right now, just from those 3 attacks alone, it took a nice chunk out of me. So they be dangerous and need to go down.
Wait, am I hearing that you might need to use one of your health potions?
Then I'll
No.
die first.
Pearl, what do you look like? Are you bloodied?
I don't look too bad at this
You
point.
don't look too bad? Okay.
No.
I know you've got 2 people on you. So Jenka, even with the temp hit points, you still got hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got hit fairly hard, but thank God for the temp HP. Otherwise, I would have been at half. But I'm okay for now. I'm okay.
Okay, because I could hit you with the healing word, or I could give you guys inspiration. So that's what I was trying to decide.
I would say don't waste it because it's not much for me
Yeah.
to cap back off. So yeah, no, I would say save it for me at least.
Yeah, let's see. I'm gonna give. Pearl might have some more options. Have I seen Jenka be like very strong, or is she more of like a Dexy type of person when I observe her?
Yeah.
Both?
Yeah, like you haven't really seen much of much of a lot of the group in combat yet. You've
True.
Okay.
like you had that little scuffle on the dock, and then she wasn't present for the underwater battle, so you've only seen her fight like once.
I guess I've seen her do work on the ship though. Like if I see her do more like weight related things or more dexterous things.
To be completely honest, so far what you would have witnessed, because again with that battle and everything like that, I'll tell you right now, so far from what you've witnessed, dexterous at the moment.
Okay. I'm trying to decide who I should help. I don't know all of Pearl's capabilities, but I know you're pretty capable most of the time. But being more Dexy, maybe you'd have trouble with it. Okay, I gotta make a decision. I think I'm going to go ahead and give, it's a not meta game. I'm going to give the Bardic to Jenka, since she's in front of me. And, well, I'm gonna flip a coin. I'm gonna flip a coin. Because I feel like it's hard to decide right now.
Fair.
Okay, I need to. Okay. Odds is going to be Pearl and Jenka evens. Okay. So it is Jenka. So I noticed Jenka first, and I'll give you Bardic Inspiration as I start just sort of like humming one of the songs that I like to sing that is about kind of getting up off your ass and taking care of business. So, so I start humming that, and it flows around you, and you feel inspired.
Okay.
And then
I forgot I had a little rotating token for Bardic Inspiration.
Oh, cool. Nice.
Oh, do you really? Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
it's a little music note.
Yep, I forgot about that.
So that's my bonus action. And then as my action, I'm look up and struck a dagger at the one that's grappling Pearl.
Okay. You're not gonna be able to see the one that's grappling Pearl because it's this one back here. And from like the angle that you're at, you're not gonna be able to see it, but you can see this one.
Okay, I'll shoot that one then.
Okay.
I'll chuck a dagger at it. That is a 16.
16 will hit.
Okay. That is 5 points of piercing damage.
5 points. Oh.
And then I'm a scuttle back inside.
Well, Pearl is safe from that one as it kind of just takes the dagger in the side of the head and just melts down into goop.
I helped. I'm done.
Shara.
Oh, I'm going to spend 10 feet of movement to go here. And I'm going to attack the one that's on Jenka.
Okay.
And that was almost a nat one, which would have been real bad. Instead, it's going to be a 19 plus whatever the modifier is. That's going to be a 26 to hit.
Jesus. You're all level 3. How are you hitting 26s?
You gave me a magic axe.
This is true. You have a magic axe now. Yes, a 26 will hit.
That will be not very good damage, but it will still be 9 points of slashing damage.
9 points of slashing damage will be enough to kill this thing and get rid of the grapple that was on Jenka.
Okay, and I used 10 feet of movement to get there because I was in the grossness.
You were in the grossness, yes.
Let's see. So I've got 20 feet left. I don't think that's enough to get me anywhere. Unfortunately, no, it is not. So we will have to go without that bonus action attack for the time being. So I will just stay put.
Okay. Mr. Cannonball.
Yes, sir.
You're up.
I see that. Let's see.
So, question. This blob here keeps sucking up the remains and getting bigger, isn't it?
They kind of just keep going into one another and doing that. Yeah.
We're gonna smack the blob.
Okay.
We're gonna fire an Eldritch Blast into the blob and see if it does anything.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an attack roll.
Alright, let's see it. On dice. That is a 25.
25 will hit. Give me damage.
10. Unfortunately, that's only going to be a 5.
Okay. You see the Eldritch Blast slam into like the growing mass of sludge that these creatures have turned into after you killed them, and it looks like it tears a small piece out of it, as now there's just like an indentation where the Eldritch Blast is like skimmed across it.
All right.
Well, but it definitely did damage, and the way that it reverberates it looks like it's like trying to maintain its structure.
Perfect. Well, I am gonna holler out to the rest of the crew here and say,
For those of you not busy with the small, crusty ones, hit the blob.
All right, Jenka.
Aight, we gonna hit the blob. I'm gonna make this easy. I'm gonna run over here and kind of yeah, I could jump down.
Okay, so just to let you know that once you enter this area, It's difficult terrain,
Okay.
but if you can make it there,
Yes.
okay.
I would like just end in difficult terrain.
The whole aura is difficult.
Yeah, the whole aura is difficult terrain.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah. Oh, well, I just gotta hop down and I would be able to make it. So just barely, but I would be able to make it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna pull out my nice shiny silver kukri. And I'm gonna stabby stab. Let's see here. Okay. Ooh. That is 24 to hit.
24 will hit.
Okay.
It's a little blob.
Well, yes. Okay. That is 9 piercing.
Okay.
And the silver kukri is going to shimmer for a moment. As I would like for it to make a charisma saving throw, please.
Well, seeing as how it is a blob, it fails. It has no charisma. It has no charisma.
Okay. So I can learn from these 3 things. Its plane of origin, if it's resistant or immune to anything, and if it has any vulnerabilities.
Which one would you like to learn?
Let's see here. It says I could learn from the following. So
Yes.
I assumed it was all 3.
No, you choose one of those.
One. You know what? I will learn if it's resistant or immune to anything.
It's immune to petrification.
Interesting. Okay. So it seems like everything else is fair game.
Everything else is fair game.
Okay. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and have my other knife out and stab it with my offhand. Nope, wrong guy. Oh, tease me with that 20. That is a 17.
17 will hit.
Okay. I'm consistent. That is another 9.
Now 9. And you start carving out chunks from this thing, and it's fighting, but it's still maintaining its composure.
Okay. I mean, it's a blob. I'm not expecting to see blood or anything. But I will holler out to everyone and say, as long as you don't plan to petrify it, anything is fair game to get rid of this blob. And that's my turn.
Okay. So this one climbs up the wall into it.
The dead one? Wow.
That one goes into it as well. That one finds its home. That one finds its home. You notice that the moment it touches that sludge, they seem to be sped up as they kind of like easily glide through it, giving a little speed boost. That one can only make it that far next to Shara. The one that's here with Pearl, I'm going to need you to give me a opposed strength roll here
Before my turn.
before your turn.
Shoot. Okay. No. Can't be any worse than last time. Oh yes, it can.
Okay, so it got a dirty 20.
No, I can't.
Okay.
match that.
So kind of pulls you off to the side here, and with Pearl in tow, leaps off the side of the ship.
That's okay. So far.
as Pearl, as you fall and you hit that water, as you look around, the entirety of the water underneath the ship, or like where these tentacles are at, are just jet black. As you can see, just a whirling cloud of eyes directly beneath your ship, like probably about a good 100 feet down. For those of you who are on the ship, and especially Jenka, because you're right there, you see this blob begin to pulse and begin to grow and pop as eyes begin to form on this thing, and it begins to grow and take shape.
I knew it.
We're going to take that off because something else is joining the party.
When
does
I was
not need
pulled
to.
down into the water, approximately how many feet, yarms, yalls, whatever, meters, how far down?
How many feet did you fall, or how many feet below sea level are you?
Yeah, how many feet below sea level?
At the moment, you're like about 10 feet.
Okay.
As I'm just waiting for it to make an appearance. You can at any time now. Bueller.
Maybe it just wants to go away now. It was like, you know what, guys? I'm bored. I'm
I
gonna
just
go
realized this
swim.
was not worth the trouble.
I'm going to refresh the page.
Ain't worth it.
And I just closed down all the monster sheets. Dang it.
Oh
See,
no.
it's a sign. It just wants to be like, you know what, dog? Respect. Peace. I'ma go.
That
I
one?
think that's... Just give me 5 minutes with talking to it. I'll have it see eye to eye.
Which eye?
Okay, eyes
Oh,
to
Lord.
eye. Is this connected to everything that we've been fighting, or is this like clearly a separate entity?
This is what has grown out of the
Blob?
grown out of the blob.
Oh no, it had a baby on our ship.
I don't like it. Throw it
Jenka,
back.
you are going to be pushed back here as it kind of like forcefully moves you as it forms. But what is now standing on your ship is this like whirling mass of like sea urchins, like crustaceans, and just like a whirling mass of tentacles for a head with like just multiple writhing eyes. Give you a little look at this thing.
I don't know. No. No, thank you.
I'd like to nope.
You know, maybe it just needs... Maybe it just wants to have some wine and chill. Like, maybe I could teach it how to sunbathe, you know.
Want us to just put it in your quarters?
That'll be
I
a
think
no.
it just gave me the stink eye.
All of the stink eyes. I'm a pass.
You're just gonna pass. You're just gonna kick it in the captain's quarters right now.
Yeah, I'm just gonna anxiety drink wine for a while.
It reminds me of me forehead.
It's Cannonball Jr.
Oh God. I knew I didn't
So
like
that's what
your
you
reason.
did with me, child.
Pearl, you're up.
Okay, I had everything all planned out till I went overboard. Famous last words. Okay, so let's see what I can still do of what I had planned. Is it possible for me to still, as a bonus action, cast my spirit totem?
What does spirit totems say?
Okay. Call forth nature spirits, influence the world, bonus action, magically summon an incorporeal spirit to a point you can see within 60 feet of you. So it doesn't say it actually has to stand on something.
No, just has to
okay?
be within 60 feet of you of a point you can see.
Creates an aura in a 30-foot radius around that point, counts as neither a creature or an object, spectral appearance of the creature, and I can move it up to 60 feet to a point I can see, and I can have that up for a minute.
Yeah.
So what I would, and it's a 30-foot radius. So what I was thinking before I was going overboard was that I would cast the bear spirit totem, and if I can still do that, and I can kind of sort of look up to the side of the ship, I could cast it kind of, just see if I can ping, kind of maybe in here somewhere, so that I get the benefit of it.
Since you are in the water and now down in the underwater, now you don't have a clear view of the top part of the ship, so you wouldn't be able to.
No, but I can look up, right? Because I'm only 10 feet under.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So you're just like 60 feet up.
Yeah,
or
sort
whatever.
of 60 feet up. I mean, I've over the ship, so I'm not sure how many feet up it would be to get back on the ship anyway. I'm not sure how many, what the draw on that ship is. So
I can look that up for you.
So how far out of the water it is.
Like 15, 20 feet, maybe? Or is that's pretty high, actually. Sitting in the water.
It's
That's
not
not very
actually
high.
usually that high.
Like 10 feet?
Well, I mean, usually if they launch cannons are below deck, right? So if a deck is say 8 to 10 feet, and the ship's got 2 decks, I'm figuring it's about 16 to 20 feet.
But what if it was built by gnomes and all the decks are only like 5 feet tall?
It's not my ship.
I'm trying to look
Tara's,
what I'm
like,
trying to look
crawling
at
around
what
on deck everywhere.
I'm trying to look at what the average height is for a sailing ship
In the water.
in the water.
I mean, to me, it would be like 8 if it was say 8-foot decks, and like the second
because
deck is probably
because your ship is about, the entire hull is about 100 feet long, and this is about 35 feet wide. It would normally be 20 feet when I make the map itself in that. So I'm trying to think of, you're probably looking at like 20 to 30 feet in height from base to top deck.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
So yeah, you could put the bear totem up,
I mean, it can float, right? So it could just go up above me, so I could up so that I could benefit from it. Plus,
yeah, because if you were to put it up 40 feet, it would be up above the deck, and you would still, because you're 10 feet down right now underwater.
mhm.
In order for it to get up above the deck, you're gonna have to put it up 40 feet.
What's
I don't
stopping her
care
from,
so
like,
much at this
sticking
point
to the
about
side of
it
the
being
ship?
up above the deck. I want it so that I benefit
Oh,
from
so
it.
you yourself benefit from it?
I need to benefit from it.
Oh yeah, you could just throw that onto the side of the ship, or you can just put it right next to you. It doesn't have to go on the ship. It could just be sitting right next to you.
Yeah, so let's put it in a cone going up it's got a radius of,
Oh,
because I can move it later.
Yeah, you don't even need to put it in a cone. You could form it right next to you, like
Okay.
underwater, and you would still get the effect.
Okay, but the idea is that I've got this spirit up, so it will help me with what I want to do. Okay, so the first thing it does is it gives me 5 plus my level of temporary hit points.
Okay.
Okay, so I've got 8 temporary hit points, and then I am going to use my action to turn into a giant crab, which has a challenge rating of 1/8. And then, because the bear totem gives me might and endurance, so I now get advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws.
Or any of those in action?
Well, the totem isn't, but the wild shape I think is an action, right? Turn
Wild
into
shape's
the
a
wild
bonus
shape.
action. Is the totem also a bonus action?
The totem's a bonus. Is wild shape a bonus too? Darn.
Let's see.
See, I don't know. See, in my notes it says starting at 2nd level, you can use your action to assume the shape of a beast.
Yeah, so that would be your action then.
Yeah. So my action would be to turn into
the crab,
a giant crab, but with the spirit totem there, I will have advantage on strength saves.
Yeah, but you can't make that check until next turn. As you turned into
perfect.
You just turned into the crab.
Yeah, so we'll see how that goes, because of course that helps me too if he keeps attacking.
Give me a second here.
Yeah. So I just see it as it's just giant crab, medium beast, AC 15, hit points 13, and I have a speed and a swim speed.
What's the swim speed on the crab?
30 feet.
Okay.
Yep.
It's going to be important to remember that, because this ship is moving.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I'm overboard anyway.
That's where the problem lies.
Yeah.
That's a problem for future, Pearl.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a future problem.
It's not something we can deal with right now.
No, but I mean, at least with the wild shape and the bonus hit points and the temporary hit points, or the wild shape hit points and the temporary hit points, it gives me a better chance to survive, at least to possibly someday get back on the ship. This is
if
where
need be, I'm sure Janka can lasso Pearl on the way by.
Well, I think unfortunately I fell off near the back of the ship, which is not good either.
I can
just
But I also have a swim speed in my natural form anyway.
Yep.
As well.
Because I think all but one of you all but 2 of you are actually aquatic, somehow aquatically attuned.
And on the bright side, I have the ship's passage trait, so I can always hitch a ride.
You doing anything else?
Well, that's all I can do. I've done a bonus action and an action, and I'm grappled, so I can't move, right?
Yep.
So I think that's all I can do. Sorry it took so long.
It's all good. So back to ship combat time.
So didn't our crew shout out like "Man overboard" or notice that Pearl is?
You know what? I will I'll roll a crew perception roll. Yes.
There too.
Yes, you hear Esteban call out, Pearl's gone overboard.
Good man, Esteban. All right.
As he's locked in combat on his own.
We're holding. We're not gonna move away from Pearl.
Okay.
Thank you.
And do we want to pow the same tentacle, or do one pow and then another pow on the other tentacle?
The way that you're stationed right now, you would only be able to pow one tentacle because this one is technically out of range of your cannons. Now, if you were to, say, rotate the ship,
I don't want to move the ship because I don't know. I don't think we have a good enough idea of Pearl's position, and we could risk hitting her.
That is very smart. Yeah. Unless you want this to be the second keel hauling of a character.
I don't think we want to accidentally keel haul one of our crew members.
Yeah, no, we'll hold. So I think, Rory's gonna give the order to hold position.
It's so much fun.
Now, if you want, there is a ballista on the back of part of the ship that you can use to fire at the second one, because that's got a full 360.
Do we want to do that?
I mean, if there's someone manning it currently, then yeah.
I think we have a crew person on it, unless one of you guys wants to grab it. But
I am not close enough.
okay, so
I would say if Cannonball would like to, Cannonball is close to that position on the ship.
With pleasure.
So with his movement speed, he'll be able to move there and fire the ballista.
on his turn. Okay.
No, on this turn.
Oh, okay.
By your order, Captain.
Shoot his ass down.
And are you
Say,
are you ordering the cannons to fire as well on the other one?
Everyone shoot. Rory she's peeking out of the captain's cabin and just pointing and shouting.
Keep
Worst
firing, assholes!
Worst captain on the ship, but she just hides in the corner.
yarns around.
Y'all are doing great. Keep going. Yeah, no, thumbs up.
I'm
round of applause.
inspiring and ordering. That's what I do. You guys are awesome. Really
All right.
believe in you.
So this tentacle is going to dip as well as the cannon does 38 points of damage to it.
Yep. Ballista roll, unfortunately, was only a 14. I did not roll super duper
14 will hit.
high. I'll take it. What was the damage pool for those?
Ballista stat is 3d10 piercing.
So that is going to be a 9, a 3, and a 1. So it is going to be
13 points of damage.
Yep. It is correct.
13 points of damage. Okay. That tentacle is still up. It's gonna come in towards the back of the ship, and it's gonna make a slam attack against the hull. And it's going to hit.
No, my baby.
So it's going to slam into the hull, but it's not going to beat the hull's threshold, so it doesn't take damage.
Strong baby.
Strong baby. Boat rocks a little bit from it getting smacked around, but that's about it. All right. Muir.
Oh God. Well, for better or for the ore is gone. Neat. Well, not neat. We have a bigger problem, but that's a different issue. Haven't lost combat yet, so haven't lost rage. So reckless because all or nothing. 18 to hit.
Let me see here. Yep. 18 will hit.
All right. Do I have any other weird crap that's going on yet? Not yet. Okay. That is 9 damage.
9 damage. Okay. Can I get a Constitution saving throw from you?
Gotta find that dice.
You said 9 damage?
9.
All right. What'd you get for Constitution?
Have to find. I'm at plus 16.
16. Okay, you're good. As you're kind of like spits like this foul smelling, like the wound itself spits like this foul smelling like acidic ooze onto your body, but it doesn't seem to do any damage to you.
Sir, that is rude.
Yeah, it kind of smells like trash that's been sitting out in the rain for like, you know, a couple weeks.
And that is all I can do for my turn.
Okay. Rory.
All right. I'm gonna poke out again. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm gonna look over the rail. Who fell?
And Esteban calls out, I saw Pearl go over with one of those creatures.
Direction.
That way, and he kind of points to where you're looking.
Okay. Then I'm going to do a little fuckery. You can let me know if this works or not. I'd like to cast message because I don't have to see. I just have to know the direction. And bardic inspiration, they just have to be able to hear me.
Oh my god.
So
You are just
Give me a second.
Pearl.
That is some next level bard bullshit right there.
Now they have to be able to speak your language, right?
Let me see.
Or understand what you're saying.
Oh no.
Well, if it's understand, then you'll be fine because it's
It
a wild
says-
shape. So she retains her mental.
Yeah, wild
Yep.
shape. She's
Yep.
not polymorphed.
So, but if they try to respond to your message, you're just gonna hear burbles.
Yeah, that's just totally fine. I'm not really concerned
Okay.
about that.
You know what?
Crab noises.
I like it. Give yourself a point of inspiration or the bardic fuckery. You can do it.
Thank you. So yeah, I'm going to point in the direction of Pearl and be like, now is not the time for a swim, dear. Back on board. And give you bardic inspiration. You feel this kind of purplish energy. You see this kind of purple energy kind of envelop you, and you feel this sort of like urge to be like, yeah, I should be back on board. What am I doing in the water right now? I need to make this happen. And that's your inspiring feeling.
Okay,
As you hear
what's that?
my voice in your head.
What's that going to add then for me then?
Bardic inspiration is just, it's going to help you with so for the next 10 minutes you can add to one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. You add 1d6.
Oh, wonderful. Okay.
Hopefully it'll help you get out of that situation.
Yeah.
And then
Fabulous,
after that,
thank
let
you.
me see how much movement I have left. 20, 25, 30. I'm just gonna back away from the edge because I don't like being near the edge.
I mean, fair.
And that's it for me. Bard fuckery.
Ooh. Sorry. I'm looking at the toys that this thing has.
Oh. Oh no.
Shara.
Maybe I'll stay in the water.
I would like to maintain my rage so I don't get a point of exhaustion, and I have just enough movement to go up the stairs and slip past Jenka here. Position myself right there. And we are going to make some attacks on this weird eye creature. And the first one's going to be 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
And that will be 14 slashing damage.
14. Okay, can I get a Constitution saving throw from you?
You sure can. That is a 21.
A 21. You're fine. As again, you just like Mira, you get that like foul-smelling trash water kind of thrown on you.
Gross.
How much? I'm sorry. How much damage did you deal?
That was
it 14?
14. Yes. Because we're frenzying, we'll use our bonus action to do the same thing again. That's going to be slightly better with a 23 to hit.
23 will hit.
And that will be slightly better again with 16 slashing damage.
16. Very nice. And I get another Constitution save, this time at disadvantage.
It's still good. It's still going to be a dirty 20, but
okay.
Would have been a nat
20. The smell's starting to get a bit much, but you're able to hold out.
That's good, because I have no movement left to get out of here, so that's going to be the end of my turn.
All right. Cannonball.
Aye, matey.
You're up.
Yep. Now I have to make the hard decision. Wait, is it bugging? I don't see Cannonball anymore.
You're on the stairs.
Oh, it's I'm hidden by the effect here. All right, okay, that's fine. The dilemma. I don't. So, if I'm not metagaming, I would have seen Pearl or heard that Pearl was going overboard. I don't know that she's okay.
Yeah, you would have heard like the struggle and then the splash behind you, and then with Esteban calling it out, Pearl's over in the water.
Yes, I just don't know that she's okay in the water right now. So knowing Cannonball, I'd probably cast Spider Climb on myself and run off the edge here just to check and make sure that she's not dying or getting whooped by whatever dragged her off the side.
Okay. So you're kind of just Spider-Manning down the side of the boat?
Yeah, we're just going to run down
what
I assume to be whatever the side of the edge of the boat is distance-wise here real quick and check underwater.
30
pop
feet.
My head just under the surface here and check.
And when you look down underneath the water, you see that thing sort of with like its tentacle wrapped around this crab.
Okay. Well, we're gonna smack some tentacle then. Well, tentacle creature. We're gonna do two things.
So Spider Climb was an action, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct. I do have bonus actions that can do damage though.
Okay.
So we're gonna use the what's it called? The tentacle thing. We're gonna summon some tentacle here. And we're gonna give it the tentacle slap. So
you know what? I have a tentacle that we can use.
Yes, you do.
Because I made a tentacle icon today for those giant ones, so why not use it for this too?
Acceptable.
Tentacles for everyone.
Yay!
If we don't,
I vote no.
Well, the good news is the tentacle rolled a nat 20.
Very nice.
And if I remember correctly, it is 1d8 of cold damage, which in this case is going to be 2d8 of cold damage. Let me just put that out here for you, since I think you wanted me to put that out. There you go.
Yep, 2d8 of cold.
First roll is an 8, second roll is a 5. So we are doing 13 damage, and the other nice thing is it will slow its movement speed by 10 feet.
You don't have to really worry about that, as it just straight up dies. Doesn't turn into ink as like the last one did. It just straight up dies.
Okay.
Get this marker off the crab.
So yeah, quick little thumbs up, and whatever movement, if any, we have left, we're going to use to just run back up towards the edge of the...
what's your movement speed?
Normal movement speed is 30. I was right off the edge, so I don't know how tall the side of the boat is.
Side of the boat's 30 feet.
Okay, so yeah, I'm still at the bottom then.
Okay. Jenka.
Let's see here. Well, new creature, who dis? I'm gonna go ahead and stab with the silver cookie, see if I can learn about this creature now.
Sure.
That is a 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. That's low. That is a 5.
5 points of damage.
And yeah. Oh God. I don't know which one I want to learn from it right now. I mean, I guess I could do. You know what? Screw it. What's its plane of origin?
Its plane of origin is it's the storm. Whatever sort of plane of existence that storm around the Tricorn Isles is home to this thing.
Oh, oh, how the frick did I get here? Okay. Oh, it's not good. Well, that is information that will need to be discussed in a small meeting post battle. So in the meantime, I'm going to go back to stabbing it with my offhand. Natural 20.
Very nice.
26.
26 will hit.
Nice. Okay. Here. I will double the die. Oh shit. Okay, that's better. Yin and yang. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That is 12 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And I have been waiting to say these words ever since Ash. I would like to action charge.
Here we go. Fighter bullshit.
Action charge.
Can't have one game without somebody using action surge.
It teased me with that 20 again. That is a 22.
That'll hit.
Okay. That's 9.
9. Okay.
Same exact rolls before. 22. And 7.
7 points.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I think that is it. Yeah, so that is me.
All right.
Try to not gag on the stench.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna need like a series of Constitution saving throws here from you.
That's
So,
fair.
so
How
you
many
hit it.
do
You hit it what, 4 times?
4 times, yeah.
I'm gonna need a Constitution save from you.
First one's a 16.
16, you're good. Now I need 3 Constitution saves at disadvantage.
Oh shit. Okay. Oh me. Oh no. That is a 11.
Okay.
Okay, that is a 17.
Okay.
Whoa. And a 12. Jesus.
Okay. So for the first fail, you're gonna take 8 points of acid damage,
Oh.
and then
Okay.
another 1 point of poison.
Oh shit. No, I'm not I'm not a water genasi. Nope.
And then for the second one, you're gonna take 3 points of acid damage, and then 6 points of poison.
Oh Jesus. Okay. Oh, I'm hurting bad.
And now can I get 2 more Constitution saving throws? Normal.
Oh God. So I'm making 6 Constitution saving throws.
Yep.
Oh, thank God. Okay. That is a dirty 20,
Okay.
and I'm gonna use my inspiration,
Okay.
which is a D6, correct?
Bardic inspiration, yes.
Bardic inspiration. Okay. That didn't give me much, but I can math. That's a 19.
19. Okay, you're good on those. You don't get the poison condition on top of that.
Oh, yay me. Okay. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure the other one's a bonus action. It is a bonus action. Okay, yeah. That's me. Shara can probably see me like spitting up blood. It's like
More blood for old Hydra.
This thing's turn. Time for some bullshit. So gonna take a couple steps back here. And it's gonna open up like its eye into like this large mouth with just these razor sharp teeth. And it lets out a silent scream. Give me a second here because this is a cone attack. This one works. Actually, no, because it's made at the front here. Back it up.
oh, that is a rainbow.
Yep.
It's be vomiting a rainbow.
So I need Mirror,
So that's be where me lucky charms went.
Jenka, and Shara to give me wisdom saving throws.
Oh, Mir doesn't need to take it either.
No, I said Mirror.
Yep, that's me.
Oh, I did not even hear that. My bad.
Yeah, that's
sorry,
not going to be
again?
good.
I should have just taken
All
that
right,
roll.
so-
That was semi-cocked.
I'll go around since there's 3 of you here.
What's the rule again? I'm sorry.
Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom. Oh, I'm okay with that. Yeah.
All right. Shara.
Should have taken the cocked roll, man. Nope, I had to re-roll it. Instead, I got a nat 1 for 3.
All right. You are going to take 25 points of psychic damage. And you are incapacitated until the end of this creature's next turn. Oh, sorry, no, incapacitated to until the end of your next turn. My bad. Mir.
6.
6.
No, 5.
All right, you as well are. How much damage did I say? 25 or 27?
25.
Okay, you're gonna take 25 points of psychic, and you are also incapacitated. Jenka.
That is an 18 for me.
An 18, you are going to take 12 points of psychic damage. And you are not incapacitated.
Oh, but I'm out though. I'm done.
Okay, so we're incapacitated, right?
Yes.
Incapacitated creature can't take actions or reactions, but we're not unconscious.
You are not unconscious.
Okay, good. So my rage is still active.
I am unconscious.
No, Muir and Shara aren't unconscious.
Oh no, I'm saying that that was over what hit points I had left. I am unconscious.
Yep.
Yeah, I just had to ask for the clarification because as long as we don't go unconscious, our rage is still active. So I had to make sure it was just incapacitated.
Jenka, can I get a death saving throw?
A secret death saving throw?
Oh yes, it's secret death saving throw. That's right.
I'm sending it to you right now.
That's right. Thank you for reminding me. I completely forgot we were doing that shenanigans now.
Yep. I had no plan on saying it out loud, so I sent it to you.
I am opening Discord on my phone.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Okay. Go ahead and mark that down on your sheet. Pearl.
Or taking damage, so that's going to keep our rage flowing.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Okay,
I was
well-
like, wait, but we can't attack. How are we? Oh, we took damage. Yeah, that would do it.
Currently a crab. Underwater.
All right, another day that has not gone anything like as planned. Alrighty, so that creature is dead. I presume I can still see eyes underwater.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm seeing underwater has not changed.
Nope, it's just this large, like, black mass of just constantly moving eyes.
Alrighty, so I have two thoughts about getting back on the ship. So the first, and you can tell me what's possible here. I have a claw weapon attack which grapples targets. So my thought is, can I use that to A, grapple the ship to hang on, or B, grapple some part of Cannonball, so that when he goes back on the ship, I go with him? Or am I too big for any of that? Or can I, in fact, climb up the ship as a crab?
You can't climb up the ship. You wouldn't be able to grapple the ship because your claws aren't going to be able to grab hold of it. You could try grappling onto, like, Cannonball's coat.
I'm small enough that I could do that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not.
And he's
weight or anything.
No, they're light. They're crustaceans. They don't weigh that much.
Okay.
Sea bug.
And just to clarify also, when I do these wild shapes, I assume that with the whole pearl theme happening, there would be something on my shape that would be visible, so he would know that I'm not lunch.
There would definitely be something strange about you, though I don't think he's traveled with you enough to know that it's you.
Okay.
Because he hasn't really seen, like, the thematics of your wild shape previously.
Well, since he was kind enough to kill the creature that was grappling me, I'll assume that there's a good chance he thinks it might be me.
That's fair.
So, all right. So, then it would be a melee weapon attack with my claw to hit, because it says I hit and the target is grappled. So non-lethal damage to his coat?
Let me ask this, Cannonball.
Yes.
The crab, would you allow the crab just to grip onto your cloak as you're heading back up?
Honestly, I've got literally and metaphorically bigger fish, not to say tentacles, to fry right now. I'd probably just ignore the crab. If it grabs onto me, good for it, but as long as it's not hurting me or causing me any form of inconvenience right now, I got bigger things to care about.
So since there's no congestion to it, you can just grip onto the coat and wait for him to walk back up the ship.
Okay, so I guess that would be my action then.
Yep. You just grip
And-
onto the coat.
Now the other part of that, and I don't know again because of the way turn orders work. Just a second, I want to see on this. I don't feel like I'm being terribly helpful here. Okay. So, all right. So it says as a bonus action, I can move my spirit totem to where I can see. So would it be a reasonable assumption that as Cannonball's going to have a turn before I do, as he moves up, can I drag the spirit aura with me?
Is that a bonus action that you do?
Well, yeah, like what it says here is that as a bonus action, you can move the spirit up to 60 feet to a point you can see.
I mean, if you want to delay the remainder of your turn until after Cannonball moves, I would allow it.
Okay, that would be, yeah, so I would like to take that aura with me, yeah.
Okay.
Now, because he would be at this point in the aura, I assume that gives him advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws.
At the moment, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So we go back to the ship. So before we do this, because I just noticed the time, let's go ahead and take a quick break here so we can get up, stretch our legs, give everybody a bathroom break. And then when we come back, we will continue on with this ship battle shenanigans. Okay, we are back. Diesel
Is that a
shot
for better or for worse?
Diesel shot, thank you for that raid. I mean, that's up to you guys. You guys seem to be doing well so far. Let me get Sirenscape back up. All right, who do we got? Oh yeah, the ship. So Rory
And the crew.
and the crew.
I just be.
Give your give your orders, Captain.
Well, is there any way to angle the ballista at the thing on the ship?
If somebody were to man it.
Okay.
Cannonball is currently over the side.
That's right.
You can instruct the person on the helm to abandon the helm and go for the ballista, but that's going to have a bit of a negative impact because now you're going to have an unmanned wheel.
No, and we need to stay put because I still don't know if our people who went overboard, because I just saw Cannonball do his creepy tentacle thing and just go, and so now I got 2 people off. So we're gonna stay put, and we're just gonna, I guess I'll just have whatever the random is that's on the ballista right now, because I think the ballista is the only thing that has a shot right now, right?
Yep.
So 2 shots.
Ballista can fire once a round. The only reason why you can do pop with the cannons because you have multiple cannons.
Question.
Yes.
Can the ship hold an action?
It can hold an action until after the tentacle goes.
That's not what I want.
Am I not at the bottom of the order though? Would I not be the end of the?
This is top of the initiative.
program?
This is now the top of the initiative, so it goes back to the ship.
Right, but I'm at the bottom of the initiative.
You are
But
already at the
technically go
bottom of the
after.
initiative.
Yeah.
I guess what I'm saying is, can the action be held till
Wait.
after my turn?
No, it cannot, because you're at the bottom of the initiative and this happens at top.
Okay.
Yeah, so
I tried.
The ship would essentially not be taking an action this round if it wanted to hold until after you went.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It
Just checking.
goes right after you anyway, so.
I was gonna see if I could hold till after Cannonball's turn, but
Nope. Because
Okay.
this is a different combat phase.
got it. Then we're just gonna fire this ballista.
Okay. So the rando ship person fires the ballista and misses.
For flavor, Rory is taking note of that to message nasty things to that person later.
Wow. Let's see. I'm gonna flip a coin here.
Our
Okay,
captain deals
okay.
in psychological warfare.
It's not Pip this time. So
It's not Pip. Oh god, who was Pip? Who was it? What's their name?
all right, and the tentacle's gonna come down for.
Unnamed crew. I don't know. I can't see them.
You know what? Yeah, the tentacle's gonna attack the ship.
Chippy!
The tentacle will not hit the ship though.
Chippy!
It kind of slams into the side, but then again, but once again does no damage. Oh wait, the hull's armor class is 15, not 18. So yeah, it would hit. So it's gonna make gonna make an attack here. The hull is gonna take 20 points of damage.
Ouch.
All right. Back to the shenanigans at hand on the deck. Muir, you are currently incapacitated
Till the end of my turn.
until the end of your
I
turn.
cannot do jack nor shite.
Correct.
Well, that's depressing. Okay, well, I'm gonna sit here like a good bun then.
Okay. Rory.
All right, well, I just saw a bunch of colorful fuckery happen on that side of the ship. I doubt I would have sight of a... Am I able... Because it's kind of down a little bit from my position, right?
You could see that thing.
I can see the
Like-
thing, but could I see, like, the people that... Like, because I know it just hit my friends, my crew with a bunch of...
From where you're standing, because he's technically right next to the stairs, you would be able to see Muir.
I can see Mirror, but I don't see Janka or Shara.
No,
Okay.
no, I would say that you're far enough away that you would still be able to see them, because
Even though they're down from me?
they're
Or are they up?
oh no, you're right, they're down.
Trying to
No,
think of how
no,
the ship...
they're
Does
up.
the ship
They're
go...
up.
Yeah, they would be up. Yeah,
They're
because
up.
both ends go up and then
Yeah.
the middle is down, right?
Yeah. So
Okay,
yeah,
so I
you
would be able to see.
you would be able to see them from where you started.
Okay. I'm gonna go back. Story's all about safety. Jenka's down, so that's gonna be my priority. I'm gonna do a second level healing word on Jenka.
Okay.
Uh, 9 points of healing to Jenka.
For now.
And that was my bonus action. So action, let's see if this fucking thing is in range. Yep. I'm just gonna so I'm gonna bring Jenka up. I'm just be like up, and then I'm gonna like shakily point at the like fucking scary ass thing on the other side of the boat. And I'm trying to think of something nasty to say, but it's too late at night and my clever box isn't working. But I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery on it, essentially.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say something clever involving too many tentacles and how, like, does it really need that many? Like, at what point is it just too excessive?
Does Vicious Mockery require it to understand what you're saying?
I don't believe so, but let me see. Unleash a string of insults laced with subtle enchantments at a creature you can see within range. If the target can hear you, though it need not understand you, it must succeed on a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. That is going to be a wisdom save of 17.
No, it saves. And I just kind of shrug and go, I guess it thinks it's enough tentacles.
It's just, it's the right amount. Thank you.
And I'm a dip.
We go back into the cabin now. Okay.
Nothing else I can do. Sorry, guys.
Shara.
Oh, wait. Sorry, I might change my mind there. Where's the ballista?
The ballista is back here.
All right, I'm gonna be brave. I'm gonna start making my way over there.
Okay.
Is diagonal just 5 feet?
Diagonal is
Yep.
5 feet, yes.
Okay. So 20. Where's the ballista exactly? I'm like right here right now at 20. Okay. 25, 30. So I'm almost there. So my next turn I'll get there.
Yep.
Because I don't see Cannonball, so I don't know if he's gonna be able to make it. So I'm just gonna try to position myself to be a little bit more helpful.
Okay.
All right, that's it.
Shara.
I'm incapacitated as well, so I am just standing there, seething. And if I can speak, I'm yelling at this thing to hit me. Like
Come on,
Rorschach
I don't want to
telling
lose my
Manhattan
turn.
to kill him. That type of yelling. But that's all I can do.
All of a sudden, it just like moves its hand and just plasters Shara all over the deck.
I don't want it to be Dr. Manhattan. I just want that type of emotion.
Cannonball.
Yes, sir. All right. Yeah, we're gonna climb back up the edge of the ship using our 30 points of movement in this case.
So you're there.
Go back up.
Harb is there. And the totem is moving up along.
Correct. So, two things. Tentacle can move 30 feet as well. I just don't know how you would have it move in this particular case. Like a spirit sword, or how would you have it move?
I think the tentacle itself has to move across a solid surface or some sort of surface, doesn't it?
Yeah, probably how I would play it as well. So it'd have to climb its way up the side of the ship.
Yep. It would have to slither its way up the ship.
Okay. In that case, I think what I'll do is I'll just use my second cast of the ability and just have it appear right next to the boss. It'll be faster, I think, that way.
Perfect.
Yeah. So that's going to be the bonus action for the tentacle slap, and main action is going to be the Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
And we're just going to keep putting damage into this thing, because that's all we can do right now. So, Eldritch Blast is a 21.
That will hit.
And the Tentacle Slam is going to be a 17.
17 will hit as well.
Okay, so that's the damage for the Tentacle Slam, and that's going to be the damage for the Eldritch Blast. So Eldritch Blast did a 9 plus 4, 13, and the Tentacle did a 5 on top of that, so that's 13 plus 5, we're looking at 18 damage
18
total.
damage.
And it's slowed 10 feet for whatever relevance that may or may not have.
Okay.
And that's it for me.
Jenka.
I live. I definitely use my movement to stand back up as
Yep.
I am a bit of a bloody mess at the moment.
Yep, half movement. So 15 to stand up.
Now here's the thing. I can make it to the creature. Thing is, I don't want to be next to it right now.
The thing is, I don't want to.
I don't want to. So what I'm going to do is, y'all wish I would use a potion, but joke's on you. I'm a fighter, so I'm going to use Second Wind.
I mean, you can do that and a potion.
We need a shirt. Like, I'm just saying it now. We need a shirt of just like every one of Zora. Like, you know what? Just make it Ash. Just make it Ash. Just like double fisting potions, and it just says you can have my health potions when you pry it from my cold dead hands.
Yes, 100%.
Or make it like an ash dragon on a horde of potions.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no gold, only potions.
Ash sitting on a throne of potions.
I sense an idea for a dice bag.
Oh God.
Okay, so I get. Let's see here. D10 plus your fighter level. Okay, so that is 10 more. I'm looking slightly less bloody. I like it. I like it. And I'm going to be cautious, and I'm just gonna pull out my longbow, and I'm just gonna shoot from here for right now.
Okay.
I'll just go stay here. Stay here. Oh, come on. Math. That is a 14.
14 will hit.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Okay.
I mean, it's big.
I mean, yes, when it's all, waving and gross, it could slip by.
I mean, yes,
You never
it is waving and gross, but... Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. A 14 does not hit. I'm sorry, a 14 does not hit.
No, you gave me false hope, man.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah, then that is my turn.
Okay.
So I try to assess the situation.
All right. Dice roll of fate here. Okay. Its scream doesn't recharge. So instead, seeing as how Shara is asking for it, it's going to walk up and it's going to make 2 melee attacks against Shara.
Damn, I should have moved.
Okay, so the first one is going to be a dirty 20.
That'll hit.
And the second one is going to be a 26.
That will also hit.
Okay. So the first one gonna be 14 points of bludgeoning damage. And the second one is going to be 18 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. That hurt a lot, but I am still up.
Okay. You are still up, and it is Pearl's turn, who is currently a crab.
Okay, so decisions. All right, so I am actually on deck now since.
Yep.
Okay, all right. So I know it seems like a waste, but I am. I can't cast spells as a crab, can I?
No.
No, I didn't think so. All right. I am going to drop my wild shape. take a second to say thanks for the ride, Cannonball. But I do get to retain my temporary hit points even though I've shifted back, right?
Your temporary hit points?
That I got from when I brought up the totem. I got 8 temporary hit points when I brought up the totem. And then I changed into wild shape. So those 8 temporary hit points would go to Pearl, right?
I don't believe they would they?
I think the temp HP does carry over. It's just the max and current HP that shift when you change forms.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, so I lose the wild shape points, but since I actually in fact had cast that bonus action before I turned into a crab.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I've still got that. Then what I'm going to do is I am going to use a 2nd level spell spot, and now like an action surge sort of a spell slot, and drop Moonbeam right on top of this.
Okay, can you bring Moonbeam up?
Do I have? Oh, sure. Hang on.
I think
Why is it
covers like a quarter of the creature.
There we go. Moonbeam, range 120 feet, 5-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder. Let's go ahead and get a little marker here for the Moonbeam.
Force radius. Yeah, so you could put it right on top of that thing and we wouldn't have to worry about it.
So I'll if it hangs over the edges of the creature, I obviously will make it so it's not on top of Shara. And avoiding the tentacle too, if I can.
Tentacle doesn't take damage. You don't have to worry about it.
Well, again, would I know? Like, does it look ethereal enough that I would catch on? Do you think?
Weird.
I think it's been smacked many times against the crab, and if you caught in the AoE of many an attack in the past, and it's never taken the damage, but I mean, that's not up to me to know whether your character would know that or not.
So pretty much what this thing does is, like, if you drop the smack dab on the middle, like I only have it off to the side so you can see it, but it's going to just encompass the entire thing, and that's it. Nobody else is going to be touched by it.
Perfect. Okay, perfect. All right, so we're doing that. Alrighty. So when a creature enters for the spell time engulfed in ghostly flames that cause searing pain, con saving throw.
That is going to be a Constitution saving throw of 13.
Too bad, because my spell save DC is 14.
Awesome. Go ahead.
It fails.
Give me the damage.
2d10. We'll look for that missing dice later. This will do. Okay, so that would be 2 9s.
Very nice. So the Moonbeam comes down and just slams in this thing, and it lets out a screech of pain as its entire body calcifies and is now just like this unmoving, like, white mass.
Oh, that was handy.
Back to the ship, Captain.
Well, I see my people are back. I'm not at the ballista yet, but I will be. What's logistics there?
I mean, you can order the movement to where it rotates the boat. So it's now, the cannons are now pointed at it.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. I'm just wondering if I could also hit the creature with the ballista, or could I
not
do that
this
on my
turn.
turn?
Not this turn. It'll have to be next turn when you reach the ballista.
Okay. Am I able to do that? Like, could the ship have a turn, and then am I able to use it since I'm using it on something on the ship? Could I just use my own action?
No, you would have to be on it the next time the ship combat happens in order to use it.
Oh, poopy. Okay. Yeah, we'll just maneuver the ship around and then pow with the cannons.
Okay. Ooh. Ow.
How are you wanting to keep track of like how many cannons we're using? Like, 'cause you say it's a barrage, so
it's one cannonball. It's like you're firing one cannon.
oh, okay. Got it. So we've fired what, like, I think
we
3 or
fired
4?
4 cannon shots and 2 ballista shots.
Okay. I don't remember what our totals were of that ammunition. I think Cannonball's keeping track of that.
We have 54 regular cannonballs left, and I'm assuming we used regular ballista shots? Or did we use the explosive ones?
I don't think we've used I forgot we had the explosive ones, so.
Yeah, we have 13 explosive ones. I do not know how many regular ones we have, though. I was never told I don't think I was told the total.
All right, so whoever is working the cannon right now, natural 20 for a total of 87 damage. As
they're gonna get a positive message later.
This tentacle doesn't even have a chance to sink down as it's just ripped in half. And we'll just do that. And as that happens, there's another loud piercing screech as those of you near the side of the boat see just this large mass just jet away underwater toward, like, heading in the direction of the storm. And now you are left on the ship with the calcified remains of this strange being.
Oh, it's like done?
Yeah, it pieced out.
Oh, okay, cool. I wasn't sure if if it was like a shell that was protecting itself or something. You're saying it looks dead.
Yeah. If that tentacle would have survived that encounter, it could have done something to revitalize it, to like heal it. But after taking 87 points of damage from direct hit from a cannonball, it's gone. So we are going to go back to this screen. And you're all safe at the moment.
I am going to gather everyone around, and I'm actually going to put one of the crewmen looks fairly like okay and knows the helm. I'm going to tell them to go take the helm and get us the fuck out of here and back on course.
I just rolled a crew saving throw. You lost 0 crew.
Oh, thank goodness. Oh,
so good.
I was going to ask about that. I was like, what does the crew look like?
Crew's fine.
Oh, thank goodness. So yeah, I'll put someone on the helm and tell them to get us back on course and get us the fuck out of here. Full sails out. I want to leave this area.
Okay.
And then I'm going to gather all the injured people together and start singing my Song of Rest. So if anyone wants to roll hit points to regain health at this point, you can gather around and listen to my song about we fucking did it. Now let's take a breather and have some ale.
Yep. I would like to partake.
Can you
me as well?
Can you pop the Song of Rest up just so I can read it?
Yeah. It does. Did it show up on Roll20?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So everyone can take get an extra 1d6 in addition to whatever you roll on your hit points.
Oh, so we'd use a hit die then if we need.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to roll your hit points, your hit die. And in the end of the song
Yeah.
rest, by spending one or more hit die, each of those creatures regains an extra 1d6. So I don't think it's per hit point you roll. I think it's just a 1d6 on top of whatever die.
Yeah.
And that still adds con modifier, right?
Correct.
Yes.
The hit dice do, not the Song of Rest.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank God.
it just adds the 1d6 on top of whatever you rolled.
And then if anyone still looks fucked up after that, let me know.
I mean, I look really fucked up, but my HP is back up to full now.
Okay. That's fair.
Me too.
Probably Jenka and Chara are both just like covered in their own blood at this point.
Yeah, pretty much.
Covered in their own blood and the trashy liquid.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't know. After a while of playing and resting, I see people are breathing a little, more smoothly, and the nasty wounds look like they've kind of been tended to. While I have people kind of close by, I'm gonna look at my officers and ask, okay, any ideas on what the fuck just happened?
Yes and no.
Do share with the class, please.
Well, for starters, I don't know how the hell it got here, but it is from, it's from the storm plane that surrounds the islands. I don't know how the hell it got here.
Things can live in that mess.
Oh, yeah, why do you think we can never leave? Why do you think it's a miracle that the Ravon Trading Company can come here and pass through without a scratch?
I mean,
It's dangerous.
I've heard stories of the creatures in the storm, but I always thought they were rumor. I thought the storm itself was what deterred people, what made it difficult and dangerous.
Well, I suppose it's the boogeyman stories of getting there and no one ever returns. I had a pretty good feeling it was both perhaps weather, terrain, and creature related, all in one. Just no guarantee. So I'm not surprised that a disgusting creature like that exists within that area. It was just a shock to discover that, really.
Yeah. And why is
Oh,
it
it was
so
not so
far?
bad.
I mean, thankfully, I don't think we lost anybody. For a second, I lose sight on Pip, and I go, but then they pop up. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah, what's wrong with Pip?
Everyone's fine.
We have
Damn.
such hatred towards Pip, man.
I mean,
Yep.
for starters, his name is Pim. Poor guy.
That's right.
Oh, it's Pim,
I'm
not
pretty
Pip.
sure Rory definitely calls him Pip all the time.
For some reason, I kept on thinking his name was Pip. I named the guy. Damn. Bryant comes by. He's like drenched in like sweat and like squid ink and whatnot from like the creatures they were fighting below deck. Happy to report we didn't lose anyone. All present and accounted for.
Thank you for confirming. That's good. How are you?
I'd rather not have to do that again.
Any ideas on why it attacked us? Anybody?
Yeah, I've got an idea.
Okay.
Chara says as she like leans against the railing on the ship and slides down onto her ass. We got too far from the main islands. This is why you don't go out from the main islands.
I didn't think we were that far. Of course.
Brian shakes his head. We weren't even considered, deep sea.
Yeah, that's That's what I was thinking. I mean, yes, there's things dangerous out here, but something from the storm, we'd have to go much further out to encounter something like that.
These
got
things,
too close in here.
they come out this far. We just saw it. We've heard stories, right? Okay. Those that have worked the docks have probably heard stories. Shit like this, it happens when you go too far. This is why I didn't want to chase down whatever that compass was pointing us at, because this shit is in the water and it's
Sure.
coming for us if we leave these islands.
Shara?
But that's it. It's in deeper waters, much deeper than here.
Clearly, it's not. It's here.
Cannonball, when you went over to check on me, and thank you again for the rescue, did you look into the water? Could you see into the water? Were you in the water?
Yes.
Did you see, like, when I went down in, it was like inky black, like the whole sea was squidding, but I could see eyes, hundreds and hundreds of eyes looking up from the bottom. It was really creepy. But I'm also thinking, like, there seems to be, in my little corner of the world, there seems to be a lot of black and squid ink and all kinds of things that kind of make me wonder if this isn't all tied together somehow. I mean, I saw my room painted in squid ink. Nobody else saw it, but I truly did. And then, you know, this inky black thing, I don't know, inky black water, those monsters turned into inky black blobs.
Yeah, it seems it's either a very strange coincidence or maybe we've attracted the attention of something with maybe something we brought on board
or something that got dropped on board by a seagull.
Possibly.
Well, let me put it to you all quite simply, mateys. These be the high seas. If ye'd want to survive, and I'm sure those of ye who've already been on the water can agree with me here, ye best leave what ye assume to be common sense back on the dry land.
I mean, that's very poetic and everything, but there's a logic to everything. There's a reason.
Oh, ye think so, matey, but here things don't always make sense. Sometimes ye have to trust your gut, your instincts, or your weapon arm.
I believe in
Or
the
feed the
instinct.
fishes. Your choice.
That makes sense.
Did you see those eyes,
but
Cannonball?
still,
I did, matey. Same
ever
eyes we saw all over the creature here on the deck.
but still, let's just be mindful and see if you notice any connections as we move forward. I'd hate to.
For all ye
keep
know, we
attracting
may have a
people.
cursed object on board.
Exactly.
You know, it probably would have helped that, you know, get eliminated a little bit faster. Just saying, you had a bracelet.
It's hellfire, and we're on a wooden ship.
It was on
And
the
the
edge there
thing
for a
had
while.
tentacles that hit the ship.
I concur that hellfire may not have been the best of ideas. However, it may or may not be a good idea.
And Cannonball is gonna just take his turn looking at everybody here, right and left.
For all of ye to make sure you don't have any cursed object in your possessions. Especially
Do that.
anything in regards to hags.
I'm sure we're fine.
Insight check.
You can try.
Oh,
Against
I'm
my
not-
deception?
I'm not trying to figure out if anybody's done that. This is just Cannonball's paranoia.
Pearl's kind of holding the compass out on the chain as far as from her body as she can, kind
25
of looking at it.
deception.
Well, I rolled 14.
I'm as cool as a cucumber.
Yes, insight check the bard. That's
You're
gonna
eating
work good.
nothing.
You're so lucky I don't have the eye Chemic has. just look through your bullshit 24/7.
I mean, she technically didn't lie about anything. It was just the timing of that phrase that was like, well, what?
Fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I can't read beyond it because I'm just a barbarian. So.
No, Cannonball's just paranoid of everything magical, thinking it may or may not have to do with hags for plot reasons. It's got nothing to do with Rory or any of the book stuff from earlier.
Well, I mean, we did
no
literally
problem.
come across a
I see tentacles,
ship,
I think,
so-
why is this thing here?
I mean, you were suspicious from the get-go that something made it aboard, so it's fair.
Yeah. He's not looking at anybody in particular. He's looking at each and every one of the people here, and he's just like, yeah.
Rory's pointedly looking innocent. As innocent as she gets, anyway.
Yep.
Well, this is all pretty fucked up. Looks like we could all use a bit of a rest and maybe some food.
Bright side being, we should be into Echo Bay by nightfall.
Perfect. I think being shoreside might do some good for morale after a battle like that.
Can I ask a question about the calcified thing?
Mhm.
When we heard the scream and everything left, did that calcified thing disappear?
Nope. It's still on your boat.
It's still on the boat.
It's
Is
still
it like
on
a
the
cool
boat.
looking statue, or is it like...
So,
I would like to go look at it.
so you know where it's at on the boat? Like, right near the front of the boat is just this giant calcified creature.
I say we sell it. We could definitely pull an angle of it being some obscure sculptor by a long dead artist.
Let's see, maybe we can figure out what exactly it is first before
Sure.
we sell it.
Your call.
I would. So now, what can I do? Would you accept perception or nature as opposed to, say, investigation or no? Oh, but I still have my bardic inspiration.
If you're trying to determine what kind of creature this is,
Or what we're left with. What, like, are we left with kind of like a hollow cylinder kind of thing? That the outer skeleton, is it something that reacted with the spell I cast?
for that you can give me either an Arcana roll or a medicine check.
Okay, I'll take a medicine check on that, and so I still get my bardic inspiration, right?
Yep.
Once you use it, it's gone.
I'm using it, and that'll be an extra 1d6 because I want to roll.
Oh no,
really
I'm just
well
saying.
on
I
this.
think you used it earlier, didn't you?
No,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
when I didn't
It
get a
was-
chance to use it.
He was
I
Jenka
used
that
mine.
used hers.
It was
Oh,
mine.
okay.
I
could've sworn she
thought
had
I
asked
would
about it earlier.
need. I was thinking, wow, this will be the strength check. I need, but I didn't need it. So okay.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm using my point of inspiration. That's ridiculous. Or my inspiration. Okay, so that's still crap, but better. So that's an 18.
An 18, what you're looking at is almost what's reminiscent of like petrified bark. It's just overly calcified. It's like if there's anything inside of it, it can't move. And that's if there is anything inside of it, if this is just a shell or anything, but whatever it is, it's hard and it's very hard to chip itself.
Is it attached to the deck in any way? Has it attached itself to the deck, or
It
is
has.
We can get it off. I'm sure we can work at it for a couple hours and get it off before we hit port. And hell, I might not even have to lie about it. I mean, this thing is a unique creature from the storm. I could
Well,
persuade someone to put money into that. That'd be a
the
great lawn
skeleton
ornament.
of a unique creature?
You know what else it would make a good thing of a figurehead.
You want to put that ugly ass thing on the
No,
top
God no.
front of my ship?
But somebody else might want to.
Whatever. Whoever wants to pay the most for it. Hell, we can hold a fucking auction for it. Whatever. I just think it's worth selling.
Will do good to our reputation.
It's true.
No, I don't think doesn't look
Petrified
like it's going to
creature.
be anything that's going to cause any further harm to us. So.
Rory kind of shrugs like that didn't even matter to her.
Unless,
Cool.
of course, it is just like trapped in there. And if
Well,
we
I guess
crack
we'll
the
find
shell
out.
Trying to remove it from the deck of the ship, and then suddenly we released it again. But hey, we'll be rested up by then. It's fine.
It'll be
Hopefully.
fine. And at least we're not dealing with large tentacles at the same time.
True.
I can't help but be afraid it is simply a smaller part of a larger creature.
That's why we should get it ashore. Maybe it will die. More. And make us money. And prestige. Notoriety.
Cannonball's gonna shrug. Ye be the captain, Captain. I'll just make sure the ship runs.
That's right.
Pearl's putting an ear up against it to listen to see if she hears anything.
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
I don't like it.
Gnome's got big ears. No. Curious. The gnome. It's the gnome side of me coming out. Whew. 25.
So as you put your ear up to this thing, very muffled, but still enough for you to hear, something calls to you.
Oh,
This-
crap.
This is not the only time we will meet, little one. You got lucky this time. I look forward to our next meeting.
I will relay all of that to the crew.
Is it a voice she recognizes?
Nope.
I go up to Pearl and like touch her forehead with my hand. You should. I mean, you did take a few hits there, sweetie. Are you sure you're not just? Are you feeling okay?
Not too bad. It's been a day, and it's probably not even hardly lunchtime yet.
It spoke to you?
Yeah. It, said we'd meet again,
Hmm.
and I might not be so lucky the next time. But you just go for prying it off the deck.
It's pretty fucked up.
I'll be somewhere far away.
That's
Just let me know.
Hydra put a pox upon it.
fair.
But I don't honestly think we can leave it sitting there on the deck either.
Well, let's just
Awkward
wait till
place
we're.
and all.
We'll wait till we're in the harbor and then we'll fuck with it. That way, if it ends up bursting and trying to attack, maybe we could recruit the local militia to help us. It's their job to protect the harbor. Might as well give them some work. All right, let's keep a watch on this weird fucking thing, and everyone back to work. Get some rest if you were hit and messed up.
Yeah, Captain, permission to just sit my ass right here for the rest of the day.
Permission granted.
I'm fine. I'll keep working.
Very well.
Pearl decides she would do a shift up in the crow's nest, but only after she has lunch, and she goes to find Brian to find out if he has, amongst the things that he brought aboard, a Turkish coffee maker.
Specifically a Turkish coffee maker?
Yeah, the one that makes the strong coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what? Let me see. He doesn't have a Turkish coffee maker. But he has like this world's equivalent to it.
Yeah, okay. That's great.
Is it a gnomish?
It is
coffee
a
maker?
gnomish coffee maker.
So some of you may see Pearl tottering off to her quarters with a tray with some lunch and this little coffee maker and a big pot of honey on the tray.
Oh, he probably won't let you take the entire coffee maker, but he'll make you, you know, as many cups of coffee as you want.
Well, yeah.
I'm gonna sit on the deck and sketch the calcified thing.
Okay. All right, so
if it is at all important at any point, I am sitting down like right next to this thing. I'm not gonna take the helm with a point of exhaustion, so that's where I'm
probably a good
staying.
idea. You don't want to be the next Pim.
Nope.
Okay, so unless there's anything anybody wants to do for the remainder of the day, we can pull into the night.
Rest,
A little short rest if you guys need it.
which we probably already did with the hit point thing, but
Considering Cannonball's fully healthy at this point, I will actually have him go and double check and perform maintenance on all the weapons that were used today.
Okay, what?
Cannons, ballista, all that stuff.
I will absolutely assist with that because that's normally what I do.
Yep.
Anyways.
Yeah, I was gonna do ship repairs.
Okay, so for the ship repairs, Jenka, go ahead and give me your tool roll for that.
Okay. Give me a second. I am not proficient with it yet. Where is it? Is it a dex or strength? I can't remember.
Sorry, it's strength.
Strength. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Just one roll for now.
One roll for now, yes.
Ugh. Okay. That is a 12.
A 12. Okay, go ahead and give me a D10.
Okay.
6. Okay, you restored 6 HP to the ship.
Okay.
noted.
Do I add anything to my towards my proficiency training?
Yep, you can roll a D6 on that.
D6, okay. 5.
Okay, so that's 3 successes. Or I should say 3 ticks.
7. Oh.
3 ticks, yeah. Yep. Okay. That's pretty much what Drenka's gonna be working on. Just trying to keep her mind busy.
Okay. So are you the two of you working on tool proficiencies for the weapon upkeep, or is this just making sure everything is still running?
Well, thing is, I'm going to automatically, provided you accept my level up whenever we end up leveling up, that I had DM'd you all those weeks ago, I will automatically gain proficiency for stuff that has to do with gunpowder weapons.
Yeah, you'll gain proficiency with stuff for gunpowder weapons, but this would technically be like a ship maintenance style skill.
Okay. So yeah, no, then I will have to roll for proficiency increase in that stuff if you're not counting cannons as gunpowder weapons.
Let me take a look at that when we're done here.
Yep.
The cannons themselves didn't take any damage this time around.
Yeah,
Nope.
Again, I'm just doing my job and checking
Yep.
them out, making sure everything's in proper order.
Yep, there were no misfires, no Pim
No
didn't
barrel warp. That kind
no
of stuff.
barrel warp. Pim didn't forget to load enough powder into it or anything like that.
Yep.
I think we're just gonna blame Pim for anything that goes wrong on the ship.
Of course.
Okay. So night rolls around. Helm begins to sort of softly ring the bell, letting everyone know that the ship is coming into dock.
What do we know about Echo Bay. Because I traveled a lot.
So those of you who have any sort of sea travel under your belt know that Echo Bay is the main port of export for Asboro. Asboro itself is home to a ton of mining consortiums. This is where the Tricorn get a vast majority of their metals from, due to the rocky and mountainous landscape, along with the 2 volcanoes that are home on this island. Pretty much anybody here, or anybody who calls Echo Bay or the island their home, is usually either situated in mining itself. They own a mining consortium. They're an experienced metal worker, or they're either tied to one of the 2 shipping companies that are home here, or they're shipwrights. That's the vast majority of them. Yes, there are shop owners and whatnot in town, but a vast majority of this island's population is all about mining and the import and export of ores. That being said, with the amount of consortiums that this island has, it is a very cutthroat business. Rory, you know that from time to time, the Silver Tongue is hired to do a bit of corporate espionage and delivering trade secrets between the consortiums themselves. There are even times when key members tend to go up missing, though the Silver Tongue usually doesn't take part in that. That's, more of a shadow organization that would have something that's more inept into things like wet work and not
More wet work group.
Yep.
Yeah.
People who aren't afraid to get their hands dirty if need be. But with that said, with all of the mining and everything, there is a bit of like a hazy fog throughout Echo Bay. The air isn't as clear as it is, say, in Tidelight. So it doesn't have any long-term effects on you. It just, at times, it's very hard to see here. And there is a warning to not use any sorts of live fire or any sort of device that can create a spark in like areas where the fog is thicker, because you have a chance to ignite the residue that's in the air, and that can just cause disaster for you and anything else in the area.
So I shouldn't just throw hellfire around everywhere.
Oh,
you're
no,
saying.
no. Do it. You'll be fine.
Okay. Thank you.
But as you pull into the dock, one thing this city is also known for is its lively nightlife. There are pubs and eateries galore along the docks themselves and a little deeper into the cities. While it's not as fancy as something as Stormbreaker Landing, the city itself is known as a place as like the working person can get a good meal and work off their like a stressful day in a variety of ways. Suffice to say, the city never sleeps. But as the ship pulls up into dock and the gangplank is lowered, you're met with a strange looking individual. Their body mostly comprised of metal joints, metal limbs, a very large turnkey situated in like the center of their back. Though they have like a human face, the skin kind of stretched over a metallic skull. And it stands there staring at you. It's got a clipboard in hand. And as soon as the gangplank lowers, it like walks up halfway. Which one of you is the captain?
So before we got to shore, knowing what I know about the town, I'm going to bring the officers in and let them know what my cover is going to be on this island.
Okay.
So I dress myself in a sort of like this world, Renaissance-y, piratey version of a pantsuit. And like just dress business-like, ready to make a deal, and taking on a persona of someone who is looking for a mining company to basically trying to find a line of trade to bring back to Tide Light, for a buyer that we have in Tide Light, and he's a new up-and-coming buyer with a lot of spending money, but it's new money, and we don't want, while we're shopping around, we don't want to throw the name around too much. So I'm kind of here to do some shadow research to find the right company to invest in, and to start business with. I inform my officers that I'm kind of laying the groundwork of that there's a new group of weapons manufacturer that's wanting to keep it, on the hush hush right now, but we're gonna need a lot of metal. So I let my officers kind of know that, and I'll let them know that God, I'm trying to think of a name. I'm trying to be clever on the fly here at 10, almost 11 o'clock at night. We're not gonna throw the name around, but if we need to name drop it, I'm gonna say that this company is named Black Box. And that we're looking for partners, essentially. And so that's kind of, I just let the officers know that that's sort of the cover that I'm going to have, is sort of this businesswoman who is being subtle but not so subtle about the fact that they're trying to gauge like the right people to work with and trying to figure things out, but from a business standpoint. If that makes any sense. Again, my brain not wanting to work, but that's where I'm going with this.
I think it does, yeah.
And her cover name is going to be Allie.
That's exactly what I was about to ask.
Allie Shepherd. And you guys are all in this, this is the ship. I think we need to make someone else the captain, though, for me to be a businesswoman. So I'll look around and see who wants to be captain right now.
I mean, usually it goes to the first mate, right?
I was gonna say first mate.
All right.
If it be what the captain wills.
You fit the look and the bill of the captain of the ship, so.
Nice pun, Captain.
You'll fit right in. All right, Captain Cannonball. And I make sure the crew all know to refer to him as captain while we're in port.
As you command, lady.
I also pass around the crew that they are to refer to me as Miss Shepherd or Ms. Shepherd.
Give me a sec. They commit that to memory.
Okay.
Sorry, I had to do a pim roll. I'm just gonna refer to it as a pim roll anytime they have to like make anything it's pass or fail.
And that's it for me. I just wanted to establish that before we.
Brian raises 1 point of contention before the meeting is dismissed. What are we looking to bring on more people here? Get a full crew.
Yes.
I'm sure I can find a few at the local drinking holes.
Well, it shouldn't be too hard. Those here who don't really fit the mold of anyone that would work for a mining consortium or doesn't have the chops to work on the business side of things are always looking to sign on to a ship to get out of here.
Sounds good.
We simply want to make sure there's some quality to the new hires.
True.
Brojan, question regarding Pearl. Okay. Since Echo Bay would have been probably the main supplier of Goldspar Metalworks, she would have been there many times probably.
Off and on.
Is that going to be a problem that she has to be aware of? Are we still trying to keep undercover, given that we're trying to leave Tide Light? Should she be keeping? I guess you can't tell me if I should be keeping a low profile, but would she be recognized, and would that be a problem?
I don't think she would have to worry about it, seeing as how she wasn't a captain of the ship and she really didn't like deal with anything on the official side of things and on the like once you were in port. You may run into some people who are familiar faces in the town, that like acquaintances that and whatnot that you've made through your travels there, but you shouldn't be too much like it shouldn't be anybody that would get back to your grandfather about your location.
Pearl, do you share a little bit of these concerns? Or?
Oh yeah, I would mention, in the discussion that I've been here several times on the merchant ships, my grandfather's merchant ships.
Myself and I believe Cannonball also has this ability. We've spoken of it before. If we need to, we can always disguise you. So if you come across someone you think might recognize you, I can always disguise your features so that they look like you. Like if the person saw you and was like, oh, maybe that's Pearl, and then they approach you and they'll see the features might look a little different. They go, oh, sorry, mistook you for someone else. So just give us a signal and we can, kind of subtly make changes so it's not too obvious, but to where you'll look different enough that they'll be mistaken.
Thank you. I'll keep it in mind if something comes up.
Or you can wear my dress, but sometimes it hurts to put on, and I don't know what that would do to you. And I think it's kind of attached. I kind of have a relationship with it at this point, but I would reluctantly let you use it if it was a really big problem.
It would be awfully big on me.
I think it kind of morphs a bit, but...
Well, let's hope we don't ever have to find out.
Sure. I kind of pack my dress away, my satchel.
Okay.
I also, can I roll to grab some forgery documents or to create some forgery documents for my shadow company that I work for?
You know what? Yeah. I'll say that you could have done this during the travel time to Echo Bay. So go ahead and give me a deception roll.
Okay. 18.
Okay. They'll pass most inspections. Unless somebody is extremely meticulous and know what to look for on a forgery, you should be fine.
You should invest in a forgery kit while we're here.
That is a good idea.
All right. So once everything is said and done, ship pulls on the dock. That strange mechanical person is sort of standing in the middle of your gangplank asking to speak to the captain.
Alright, matey, what can I do for you?
Ship's name, home port.
Right, matey.
Here. Crap. So what documents have they been given yet, if any?
They've been given the deed to the ship, pretty much the documents stating that you own it. All he's asking for is what dock you're coming from, or what port you came from, and the ship of the name of the ship.
Right. So for the name of the ship,
We didn't have a name when we left Tide Light, so
yeah. Well, it's
Well,
also
I thought
that.
we had called it the Wild Wanderer.
Yes,
we did, but not until after we got to the
Also, not to
Mama Plum's place.
Right.
not to mention here, I'd much rather not give our ship's name and where we came from.
But our cover, I told you my cover is based in Tide Light, so it makes sense.
And Wild Wanderer is kind of on the side of the ship.
Yeah, it would be. It would have to be like
No, the name
for
of the ship
nautical
for
rules, it
sure.
would have to
If
be
we
on this
have
side.
written it by now, I will say definitely the Wild Wanderer here. As to where we came from, I mean, with the cover story Rory is given, yeah, no, if the story's already given, then I won't contradict it.
I mean, there's only like 3 main ports in the island, so
Not wrong either.
sorta.
So yeah, no, we'll simply say the Wild Wanderer. We hail from Tidelight, merchant mission.
That was my next question. Reason
Here
for
to purchase metals.
metals. Let's see. How long you planning to stay?
Well, to be real, matey, as long as it takes us to conduct our business, should not be more than a few days.
I see. Docking fees are 10 gold a day.
Should not be too much of a problem.
Any cargo you wish to claim at this moment?
As I said, matey, we came to buy, not to sell.
Kind of just like write something real quick on the.
Anything on board should be normally staying on board.
Yep. Just writes
Well,
it
we
down.
do have that one. Let me change my voice for this character. Well, okay. In the meeting, did we discuss if we're gonna sell? Because Rory still very much wants to sell the thing off the boat, but she will put it to a vote. Are we selling
I
the
think
thing?
we said we were.
Okay, so that was actually official. All right, cool. So yeah, no, in that case, if that was official, Cannonball would point to the slightly oversized monstrosity, quote-unquote, statue now decorating the front of the ship, and say, "Only thing we may or may not sell is this piece of art hanging off the front bow."
He kind of looks at it and shakes his head and just says under his breath, another thing for the Whisperers Guild. And kind of just like writes it down.
Cannonball just shrugs.
Does that mean anything to me?
Probably not. I don't think you would have heard of the Whisperers Guild. I'm sorry, not the Whisperers Guild, the Whisperers Cult.
Whisperers Cult?
Yes.
Cult is a very different problem.
Yeah.
And he says that
but-
out loud. He says with another.
He
weird
says
thing
it
to
under
Whisperers
his
Cult.
breath, but it's easy to pick up.
Okay, so Allie is gonna. She's kind of nearby. She's gonna step up. Pardon me, Captain. Can I have a word?
Kind of.
I'll take that as a yes.
Yeah, go right ahead, matey.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yes. Hello. My name's Allie Shepherd.
As you
Your
say
name?
that, he writes the name Allie Shepherd down on his clipboard.
Yes. Your name?
XP11.
XP11. Oh, right. Interesting model. Okay, so a few questions for you. Whisperers cult, what's that about?
It's a cult here on the island.
Where can we find them? If they're interested in buying what we got to sell, would love to make a connection.
I couldn't tell you. They're not somebody who just sets up shop in town.
Of course, of course. Well, who should we ask?
ADH Ventures, thank you for that raid. I wouldn't be able to begin to tell you, ma'am. They're more of a, they find you, you don't find them. Sort of.
No problem then. Very well. Any other business we need to attend to, or can we get on our way? We're on our way. We're very busy people.
As am I. Captain, I do require at least the 10 gold for tonight. If you wish to stop by tomorrow to make another payment, that is up to you.
Yes, yes, yes.
And he's like just standing there, like looking at Cannonball.
I'm sure, matey, that...
And he's gonna look at Rory.
Of course, the company's gonna cover it. Sure.
Thank ye, as part of the expenses.
Cutthroat captains, you know? Alright.
Speaking of which, Dockmaster, I may or may not have a few questions once you release the rest of my party.
Indeed. Which company do you represent, miss?
Oh, that's between me and you don't need to know.
I do. If you are a company looking to represent yourselves in town, I must note it.
Well, you see, we're not exactly sure we want to represent ourselves in town. We're still kind of like in that early shopping stage, sort of
All
like
the
just
same.
getting a taste.
All the same.
I mean, you don't really need that, right?
If you wish to do any sort of business in this town, you do.
Okay, but promises. You're not going to say a word to anyone because we're keeping this on the down low for now, okay?
All I need is a name for the records so I can give you a business license.
But is it going to be written down? Like, are people going to read it?
If you are looking to do business with them, yes. It is illegal to do business in this city without a permit.
Very well. You can put down Black Box Company.
Black Box Company. He walks over to like a small desk on the end of the dock and stamps a couple papers and walks back and hands them to you.
Wonderful. Thank you. Can we go now?
Welcome to Echo Bay. He kind of walks off the gangplank and bears it for you guys to get by, and he goes back to the small desk on the side of the dock.
Cannonball is gonna follow him.
Okay. And he just turns around, he just stands at the desk and looks right at you. You had questions, Captain.
I did, Dockmaster, I did.
Oh, what can I help you with?
Before asking the questions, he will motion to the party of people who, you know, were disembarking the ship to, you know, go along their merry way.
You had questions?
Yes. So, as soon as he can talk to the dockmaster, quote unquote, more or less out of earshot here, he is going to push a small, like, coin purse, I guess you could say, with an extra 10 gold in it, and simply ask the dockmaster,
"Ye mentioned a cult earlier, and while clearly you don't know where I can find them, what do ye know about them?"
He kind of looks down at the coins and looks back at you and pushes the coin, like the bag of coins, back towards you. You may be new here. Let you know that attempting to bribe a dockmaster is a hanging offense.
It be not a bribe. It be payment for an information, matey.
Either way,
I be not asking ye to do anything illegal lest I verified.
I have no use for coins. And what I told the miss on the gangplank is true. I have very little information in regards to the Whisperers cults.
Beyond a name.
Beyond a name. Most of my time, if not all of my time, is spent servicing and watching these docks. That is my purpose.
Understandable.
If you're looking for information, taverns are normally a good place to check.
It'd be a good start indeed. Well, Cannonball will take his purse of coin back at this point.
Or just walk around with that horrendous monstrosity, and that should get you something.
Well, matey, this may sound a little bit like an obvious thing to say, but I don't see anybody walking carrying that over their backs.
Indeed. How would you like that moved?
Well, matey, let me see if I can find somebody to buy it first.
Very well.
I appreciate the
as it remains
offer. I'll keep you in mind.
As it remains on your ship, there is no additional fees levied.
Appreciate it, matey. Have a good day, Dockmaster, and he'll hobble his way away.
You too, Captain. And as you all are making your way through the docks, you notice that a vast majority of the main force of dock workers are all these strange mechanical creations that have like just these human faces stretched over like half of a metal skull. The rest of their body completely like clockwork and metallic.
I would know this, like, because I've totally tried to detect thoughts on one of these things before. Did it work?
Yes. You know that there is
actually are sentient,
you know that
have...
there is a human brain inside these creatures. These are a form of gear forged. Though they were originally human, they willingly subjected their bodies to be replaced, like to have a vast majority of their physical bodies replaced with machine and gear. For one reason or another.
So while Rory's like looking at one of these things, trying to detect any thoughts from it, Shara just like comes up to her and like looks at the one that she's looking at and quietly mutters like, fucking gross, right? Hey, so do we have like shore leave or what's going on?
Yeah, they're a little weird. She's whispering to Shara in return.
And as you say that, you see one just completely pick up an anvil by itself and just easily start walking down a dock.
But they clearly have their uses. Honestly, if one wanted to join our crew, I would think about it.
Would they like get a share or are they just like a piece of equipment?
No, there's an actual person in there. Brain and everything.
I don't think that makes it better.
It really doesn't, honestly. But yes, shore leave, of course. Yeah.
I think a drink would make a lot of things better right about now.
Let's all go and find a good tavern.
Are we looking to hire some people while we're here? Because I can put the word out while I'm, exploring the taverns.
I think maybe I'm gonna insight check to see how much I trust Shara's opinion on who a good worker is gonna be, because she's worked on the docks for a while. She really has a good sense, or how focused she'll be on the task.
Is Shara planning to go on another bar hopping speed run?
I mean, undoubtedly, but
so Shara, tell me, like, how do you feel? Like, Shara, I got a 21, so what am I reading off of Shara's, like, real focus and motivations right now?
I mean, she's clearly excited to go get a drink, but I mean, she herself is a hard worker, so she knows a hard worker when she sees one. I think it's probably evident with the amount of time that she's worked at the docks that she doesn't really have the patience for slackers. You know, you're there to do a job, you do your job, and once it's over, then you can party.
Okay. Yeah. Rory will nod and be like, yeah, I value and trust your opinion. Sure, if you see anyone good, give them a word, but just don't, barge into a tavern and go, hey, who wants to, be on our ship? It's right in the harbor. It's called...
Well, no, that's a real quick way to get yourself a brawl, which
okay.
could be fun, but I'll take it easy for the first night anyway. I'll just put the word out that, there's a crew looking to bring on some new hands that just showed up. And, maybe there'll be like a little interview thing tomorrow or something. We can see who's interested and get to know them type of thing. So
like
that's cool. I can do that on shore leave, which starts right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also,
Okay.
whoa. Also, keep an ear open for any good jobs, because we do need to make money to pay for all these crew. And to pay for more weapons.
Like jobs for the ship. Okay, I thought for a second you were like kicking me off the crew or something.
No, of course not, Shara. You're too valuable to me. No. Just keep an ear open for anyone that might be looking for transport or any kind of work for a ship. You can say that, we have some business in town, but then we'll be leaving and are looking for new opportunities.
Right, that's a lot of things to
Just
think
look
about.
for work.
But yeah, work.
For the ship.
I'll keep an ear out, yeah.
The ship. Okay.
Yeah. So how long are we gonna be here, by the way? Like days approximately?
Hard to tell. I feel like we need some direction. I don't think just aimlessly... And I'm gonna kind of look around to see if the rest of the officers are around. I'm gonna gather people. You see me and Shara talking. I'm gonna motion.
has been here the whole time.
Okay. I motion to the others. If they're not already there listening.
That was pretty close to you.
So, I mean, of course, shore leave everybody, look for good new crew, look for work, because I think it's suspicious to have a ship that's just aimlessly wandering the seas, hoping to come across sunken treasure. So, let's find some direction, some purpose. Keep an ear open for any opportunities. I'll seek out my own avenues as well. You all seek out yours in your own ways, and we'll see what everyone comes up with. I don't think we should all split up necessarily, though, since we are, there could be some dangerous elements looking for us in town, and if we were all split apart, some of us could get isolated and hurt.
If we want, a friend of mine owns a decent-sized apartment in the city. He's currently out on business. We could use that to crash.
That would be good. I was just thinking we'd come back to the ship, but
You don't.
it'd be nice to be further in town.
I've always seen it as bad luck to stay on your ship.
I rarely do it, but
But
all right.
the apartment
That
should be
sounds great.
enough for 6-7 of us.
And where is this apartment?
A little deeper in town, away from the dock, and still polluted, but in one of the more clearer neighborhoods.
How about we swing by there first so we can all see it and maybe drop some things off?
How long is that gonna take?
Not too long. It's only about a 15-minute walk from here.
How about
shore leave technically started like a few minutes ago.
Yes,
Hey,
and
how
I
about
am
this?
showing you where to rest your head when you've had too much to drink.
Yeah. Plus, I'm sure we'll be walking past some sort of pop-up bar or something. So keep an eye open, and you can always, chug one for the road real quick if you need to. On the way.
Drive a real hard bargain sometimes, you know that. All right, let's go. Let's stop wasting time.
So-
Pearl
Remember,
will mention
buddy
to
system.
Bryant. Pearl will mention to Bryant a tavern that she has frequented that has very good food and a reasonable assortment of clientele, and ask him what he thinks of that idea for supper.
The Hammerhead. Yes, it is a decent eatery here. I mean, if we want to have a bit of an officer's dinner or an officer's meal tonight, I can think of worse places to go.
It's not too upscale. It may serve our purposes.
That sounds like a good idea to me. I don't think it's what Shara had in mind, but
As
we don't all have to stay together tonight. Just buddy system.
as you're sort of walking through town, a town crier sort of like, well, a crier, not a town crier, but a crier, sort of catches your attention as he starts spouting off, "Come one, come all to the festivities. The grand arena is once again open and accepting all challengers. Can anyone finally defeat our champion? If you be thirsting for blood or a grand warrior, or just looking for a bit of entertainment, please come to Boom Boom Vavoom, Burlesque and Battle Arena."
Burlesque battle arena?
Burlesque
You're
and
kidding me.
Burlesque and Battle Arena.
You're kidding
Oh my
me.
god.
A great combination. Fantastic
What
combination.
was that name again?
Boom Boom Vavoom.
Pearl mutters under her breath that there goes the thoughts of a quiet supper.
I think our plans are chosen for us tonight as I eye Shara and Mir.
Yeah, Shara is like checked out from this officer's conversation. She's paying full attention to the crier now.
And Shar, you can see that there's this little placard next to him leaning against the wall, and it shows this very large individual. At one point, maybe they were a full orc, but you can see that like parts of their body have been modified with sort of more of like those gear forged body parts, but like the upper right side of their body, kind of like at a diagonal cut, is still orcish. And you see, go ahead.
I was gonna say, does it have like a name or title for this person? I assume this person's the champion.
Yeah, the champion. His name is Split Rock Jones, and you can see that it's in parentheses, so you kind of figure it's a stage name. But they offer 300 gold if you can survive 3 minutes against him. And then the champion's bounty if you were to somehow best him in combat.
I think I know who I'm spending my evening with. That guy on the board over there. buddy system, right? He's my buddy now.
Not exactly what I had in mind, but I have a feeling many of us will have a vested interest in this place. And it seems like it's the event of the night, so it's a good place for information too.
It's got good drinks too. Normally when
There you go.
Normally when
Drinks.
it's open, Boom 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 is one of the more popular places in this area.
Drinks, blood, fighting, what's not to like?
Certainly.
But first, the apartments. Let's, make sure we have a place to retire to after a night of eating and relaxation and bloodying people up, apparently.
I'd also like to mention that I'm blonde.
Oh, you just use disguise self to do that, or
No, it won't last long enough. She probably, I think I mentioned that she brought like a chest of like different costume items.
Oh, okay, okay.
She has a few wigs.
Alrighty.
If you'll allow it. If not,
Oh,
I
of
will
course.
fucking buy
No,
that
no,
stuff.
like as somebody who's been a member of the Silver Tongue for a couple of years, I just assume you have, an assortment of, various clothings and wigs and whatnot at your disposal.
It's just a little short-haired blonde wig.
Okay. All right.
She wears makeup.
So I think as the group begins to head deeper into Echo Bay towards the apartment that they may be staying at for the past couple nights before enacting or beginning the shore leave that Shara is excited for, I think we are going to call it here for tonight. Let me go ahead and stop Sirenscape here.
Next time, boom, 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 boom. So excited.
I'm not gonna lie, I based that name off an actual wrestling show called Lucha Vavoom.
It's good.
Yeah.
Why
So
not?
had to pay homage to it. But thank you everyone for tuning in. This is not the only show that we do. Coming up tomorrow, we have another episode of Destiny Forge Campaign 3. Strap yourselves in. It is going to be a huge lore dump. A lot of questions that had been asked are going to be answered, and a lot more questions are going to be born from it. On this upcoming Saturday, we have another episode of Wayward Wanderers, which is our Pathfinder 2 Extinction Curse campaign run by Azarin. And then we will be back here on Monday for another episode of Tricorn Isles. And we're going to see how well some of our more combatant heavy players are going to do in the fighting pits of Boom Boom Boom. And then we'll start up the week on Monday once again. But for now, we are going to head on out. Oh, if this is your first time here, if you only caught half of the show, or you're just now coming in, every one of our episodes are on our YouTube page. You can catch them usually the day after we stream them, and that's for every one of our shows that that we're doing or have done all the way back through campaign 2 of Destiny Forged. But we've got amazing mini adventures, Chimera Collective, Sonata, Into the Wildlands, our Mass Effect Mass Effect Horizons game that is currently on hold that Zoro runs us through, but will be making its return sometime soon. Wayward Wanderers, our holiday episodes for the winter breaks and for Halloween. All of that stuff is over on the over on our YouTube channel. But for now, we are going to head on out. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we will catch you tomorrow for Destiny Forged.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.